And we are back. Couch Company Podcast. I'm John. With me as always, Tyler.
Happy New Year.
Should I start off with an X-rated thing or should I wait?
It's the new year.
So I was listening to our intro and I feel like the drum loop is Pornhub.
Yes.
Like close.
I had to listen to it.
I have to filter it out a little bit.
That's great. That makes me like the intro even more.
Sorry about that. Didn't want to start off on that note for
the After Dark series. We'll have to make the drums a little bit more
pronounced. Yeah. Couch After Dark would be great.
Buddy,
I think the people are clamoring for it.
Say the word.
What do you mean? I'm not the bottleneck here.
How am I the bottleneck?
You don't even swear on the show.
Yeah, because I'm saving it all. Like you want to hear me swear? Because I can swear,
man.
You got.
I was gonna say something, but it would be off the rails at that point.
I gotta hear it now.
No, I can't.
It's a new year. This is episode.
Dude, we're like
this is the first
I'm 1 minute
episode
in
of season
and
5.
we're already
demonetized.
Doesn't
matter.
Big time.
That's fine. Bring it.
Nothing.
Bring
it's
it.
Good.
Oh, you can't.
You're edging your swear words.
Yeah. For 5 going on 5 years now.
Yeah, that's a big edge.
Gosh. I got a load of swear words just saved up for you.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get that checked out.
Ugh. Yeah.
Anyways, we're back.
we are back.
We had a lot of topics, and believe it or not, none of what we just iterated was on the list.
That's on brand for us, so it's fine.
This is our first episode of the new year.
Yeah, season 5.
Yes.
Episode 168.
Oh, I was one off.
Yeah, it was. That would have been.
Didn't we do a special episode for 69?
We
Is
did.
that top 5 numbers?
I don't think so. I think that was a different one, but then we referenced it. I think the title of that episode was just nice.
Well, it had to be.
Yeah. Let me look it up real quick. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I think
I feel like we should have. Spoiler alert! Go check out our top 5 numbers.
Yeah, episode 168.
Number 1 is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a new year, though. Are you feeling good about the new year?
Yeah.
You had a great. So
it doesn't feel like a new year.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Well, I feel like it's because you didn't go out for New Year's.
Yeah,
that's like
I didn't go out for New Year's. I'm kind of like I've been off work since before New Year's, so it's just kind of this weird
blended together.
Yeah.
Generally, like you'll be stuffing your face with McDonald's at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
New Year's Day.
Correct.
I feel like that's when your body really knows it's rollover.
Time to stop.
Yeah, just go into catatonic shock.
Yeah.
Because of all the
sweets were a big issue this holiday, and
really?
I don't typically go for those, but they were just everywhere. That's all we had here.
I'm pretty good at not doing the sweets, but once I start, I can't stop.
Well, that's my thing.
Yeah. Right. So we had like a New Year's pretzel. Have you ever had those?
I have. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yep.
Well, the problem with them is like you got to get them fresh.
Yes.
They go stale very quickly.
Like any pretzel. Even the
that's
chocolate-covered pretzels, they go stale immediately, and like those are easy to say, I'm good, I don't want them.
Well, I guess not like bagged pretzels, maybe, like the hard ones. Those last a little bit longer. Like soft pretzels, definitely.
Yeah, but even the like pretzel rods, like once they've been out of the bag or unsealed, or they're like
depreciating.
For
sure.
At a rapid pace.
Yeah, it's like driving a car off the lot. But I think hard pretzels are like a Honda. They keep their value a little bit better, and then soft pretzels probably like a BMW. Just tanked.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, sure.
I actually don't know what the aftermarket for BMW is. Probably
high.
Depends on what it is.
I think it keeps its value.
Maybe. I don't think they should, just because of the maintenance is just incredible.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you have to have specific parts for it. It's kind of like Alienware in a way, where it's like proprietary parts that they use. So it's like you must go to us.
You have to go back to
choice.
Alienware. And like all the promises they make about like, oh, we'll sell graphics cards. They'll slot right in here. And it's like,
Never.
Oh, no, they don't. Yeah.
I will say I was talking to you before, the R16 that they came out with, I think last year.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little bit better, a little bit more integrated with the ecosystem of...
Looks a little nicer. I think it's more understated.
Down to earth. The spaceship has come into the atmosphere, probably. But
it's living among us and trying to blend in a little bit.
Yeah, I like the design. They got away. Like, I do like my R11 design because it is spaceshipy, but it was early spaceship where it's like still computer realm. Then they just got off the rails with the next couple of iterations. Like the R15, the last one, is comical.
Yeah.
Like just how obtuse and large.
And they got crucified for that one. Yeah.
This one is like maybe half the size, maybe even less. And it's just because they were more efficient. It's a square instead of a hexagon or whatever.
Parts. Like, what a crazy idea.
Yeah. So anyways, I was looking at a spec for a 4090 and a 14900 KF processor, like an i9.
Okay. Yep.
Although Intel's getting crucified right now. Apparently the 14th gen isn't doing very well. It's having a lot of problems.
They're having a ton of problems.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but that build, I was watching some benchmarks on it, performs very well in 4K gaming specifically, because we were talking about 4K gaming before the episode started.
Yeah. So here's the thing though, like what does that come in at? Like 4,000?
3,200.
3,200. Okay.
Not bad in the grand scheme of 4090s.
Yeah.
I suspect that'll definitely drop when the 50 series comes out, most likely later this month.
Probably. It'll get announced this month. I don't know if it's...
Well, right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My plan right now, tentatively, is wait for the 50 series and then get a 5090. I think that's the play.
If they come out with it right away. And then you have this issue where depending on the... And they didn't do it for the 40 series, but like depending on the structure of what they roll out with is there's always going to be kind of a half step better when they launch stuff. So it might be like, here's the 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then they'll do like, here's the 70 Ti and the 80 Ti and different things like that.
They didn't do a 4090 Super, though.
They didn't. No,
right?
The 4090 was the king.
I don't know if their top line, if they're going to continue that.
They did, and I don't remember exactly what it was this time, but they did something like that, and people like were talking about how confusing it was, and it was garbage. Like they really botched the naming thing, and it was extremely confusing. Where they rolled everything back and then launched, I think, a super card or something like that. The 40 series was a really
the 40.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah, it's like the 4070 has a super, I think.
It does, but and maybe that's why there's not a 4080. I think that's what it was.
Right.
Is they had like the 4070 and then like the 4080, but the 4080 wasn't. It was like a weird. There was something going on. I don't remember. It's been years, but
yeah,
it was weird.
Yeah, I think that's, and I think I'm just gonna go pre-build again.
You can. You don't need to. You know, it depends on kind of what you're looking for.
I'm just looking to plug something in.
Yeah,
and play.
At that point, you should look at Corsair.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm liking the Alienware, dude. I'm like...
If you like the design of it, then by all means go for it. But the Corsair, like, I mean, unless you hate my tower over there because it's pretty basic, from an airflow and cooling perspective, like, you can get that tower with a
Alienware
stuff.
Not the best. The new one is much better in terms of...
I think it looks nice.
Temperature.
Yeah.
And it's pretty compact, too, which is nice. Yeah. But it's very quiet, actually.
Oh,
much more quiet.
Okay.
So there's this guy I watch on YouTube that he specifically does pre-builts that he tests, and this one's in the upper echelon of terms of noise, which is
I assume water cooled.
Quite the opposite. Oh yeah, of course. Quite the opposite of Alienware in the past. Usually they're like airplanes, like mine.
Yeah,
they're very loud, which I don't normally mind, but I thought that was interesting too.
Mine is too. Like the problem with mine is I have all these like fan curves and everything set, and I put it through IQ, which is great.
Yeah.
Turns out IQ just randomly crashes on Windows 11. And if that's the case, then none of the fan profiles kick in. So I look at my temps and it's like, oh, you're a degree away from like critical state on your water cooling because the fans are moving at like a snail's pace. So I basically put all the defaults to just max it out after like 40 degrees or something. So they're pretty much always running full blast. So it's very loud.
Right.
But then I deleted IQ and just put it into the hardware itself.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, I don't know. It's PC gaming's awesome, but boy,
finicky.
The more you have to rely on software to run stuff, especially with your IQ Corsair stuff and your like Razer Synapse and all this crap.
Yep.
The more issues you have.
Yeah. No, I agree. There is something nice about the old days when you just plug in your 360 and it just booted up.
I mean, granted, it red rings and
you wrap a towel around it, dude, and you got another 2 months.
Yeah.
I did that. I red ringed like 3.
Yep.
It was crazy.
It's still outsold PS3 like crazy. It's insane.
Yeah, but I think the Switch is now, or maybe it has been for a while, the greatest selling console of all time. Which that's the future.
Is it the greatest selling, or is the Wii still ahead of it?
No, it surpassed the Wii.
Did it?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep, it is the number one.
So then it'd be the Wii, and then PS2.
Oh, PS2.
I think PS2 would be number 3.
Yeah, Sony's in a weird spot. Just such diminishing returns every generation that they've been seeing, right? Like
great software.
I know. I don't get it. I really do like Sony. I think PS3 was probably the start of the downfall.
Well, it depends on who you talk to.
If we think about the PS3, right, was going up against the 360, and that era of gaming was the online era when it really came into the, public sphere.
Yeah.
Like online existed before that, but that was when it was really prevalent. Their online was way worse than Microsoft, right? Even though you had to pay for Xbox Live, it was well worth the money. I just remember all my friends it was like a gamble getting on, whether you'd be able to play or not. It was very spotty.
Yeah, you get what you pay for.
100%. So I think that's a big turning point if we're talking about the history of the console wars.
And Xbox still, I think, is still the best in terms of online, but console-wise,
it's tough now. I think PCs are maybe not more accessible, but people are more interested in it potentially.
Yeah,
and so it's really weird on the Microsoft side because if you look at us, for example, we have all systems except an Xbox because we have a fancy Xbox called a PC.
That's by Xbox's own admission. They're the ones 100%. Doing the thing that said they're just showing.
Yeah, but they say that, and then they're like, "Why aren't we selling consoles?" It's because I can make a console 1,000,000 times better that plays every single game.
They're now just showing you pictures of here's an Apple TV, here's a Nvidia Shield, here, and it's just this is an Xbox. That's their marketing campaign. Is they're just showing a bunch of random products, and they're like, "This is an Xbox. This is an Xbox."
Yeah.
So it's okay, well,
sure.
They don't care anymore.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm telling
they're going to come out with another generation.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. They'll do one more at least.
They care somewhat.
Well, you gotta taper off.
Yeah, you gotta bridge the gap of the people who
you have to make sure that your $70 billion gamble with Activision pays off.
Yeah.
You have to see that through because what was a 10-year
thing when do you think they make pre-builts, just entry-level pre-built PCs? Do you think that's ever a possibility?
I mean, Microsoft already kind of does that.
They do, but I mean, is their main flagship, and they morph the console into the?
I don't think it's worth it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe I don't see that happening because why wouldn't you just do Xbox? Your brand recognition on Xbox is going to be way more than any type of PC you try to hawk
gives you
someone.
More flexibility in
no one cares about that.
Really?
I think if you're going to PC, you're going to get a PC. Yeah. And if you're going to do Xbox, you're going for console.
Yeah.
And I think the more you blur lines, the worse off you are.
Probably true. I'm thinking from a financial perspective where it's you have these rising console costs. Now, granted, they're marketably less expensive than PCs still. But, I mean, we're talking about PS5 Pro is $700, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're starting to get where...
But you're not making the money off of the consoles. You're making the money off of the software and off of any type of subscription services and different things like that, right?
Well, I'm talking about from the consumer perspective.
Yeah.
It's I could pay $700 for a console or $1,000 and be able to browse the web and do everything else I want to do in life.
But it also depends on do you want to play on your couch? Do you want a controller? Do you want to, I think that's a big selling point. Do you want to just turn it on and have it somewhat work? Or do you want to fiddle with, you've been fiddling with Indiana Jones for, hours?
Spin a fiddle.
So if you
but
turn it on Xbox.
Console versions look way worse.
Sure, but the beauty with console is, and this is why,
works,
it just works, or you don't have the option. So like you're still not like either play it or
Unless
don't.
it's Cyberpunk and it literally does not work.
Well, and then that's a whole that's an edge case.
And then you can't run it.
But that's the beauty of it, where like you with PC you can always fiddle, you can always tweak, you can always try to make it a little bit better.
Right.
But you're going to spend so much time doing that, you're never going to play the game.
It's part of the game though.
Yeah, but people that don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I just think we're coming to a...
I think Xbox goes full digital. I think they eventually get out of the
theory.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not? Like you have Game Pass, you do all that, and then
I think the infrastructure for that is a ton of money.
Yeah, but it's still way less. Like if you took off all your research and development of just extra consoles and things like that, and just throw it on a
shipping
server,
costs. And,
hey, 5090s are out. Cool. Give us $30 a month and just stream from our servers, which Microsoft has that infrastructure.
I guess, but that's a lot.
Sure.
I think you underestimate how much bandwidth that is.
It's a ton, but if anyone can do it, Microsoft can do it.
Yeah, but it feels really bad when that server goes offline and now you just can't play anything.
Well, that's why they're also putting all their games on PlayStation, and that's why they're putting all their stuff on PCs, and that's why it's everywhere. So it's just like,
it's a war of attrition, I suppose.
They can definitely outlast Sony from a streaming perspective. So once we get down to that dark hole,
well, so is streaming good for your bet? As a reminder to the audience, Tyler has a
$1,000 bet,
$1,000 bet that Xbox Game Pass will still be in place 10 years from a year ago.
It's been pretty close to a year. I think we did that in like May-ish.
Yeah, almost a year.
Yeah.
So 2034?
Sure.
May? Yeah. Something like that. Somewhere around there.
Now, it doesn't have to be called Game Pass. It still has to be a streaming service where you get games. But
so what's the contract say? Like the same idea?
What do you mean, same idea?
So if they change the name from Game Pass, but it has to be like the same.
Because I don't want to be screwed by a marketing ploy. So I've been very clear about that up front. It doesn't have to say Game Pass. It can be Microsoft streaming service. It can be Microsoft all one inclusive, whatever Apple did, like Apple One or whatever they do. But yeah, it's the idea that Microsoft is going full on. It's a service games on demand thing,
right?
Yeah,
I mean if everyone's just paying them on a monthly basis, right? That's the dream.
Yeah,
for Microsoft.
Yes,
we want the entire world population just giving us tax.
Like, there is a world where Game Pass as an app goes on the PlayStation.
Yeah, it would be
you know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah, right.
Like,
they just concede the console.
Sony? Yeah, like what's Sony going to do? Like, oh no, you can't do that, and force Microsoft to stay in the console game. Like, yeah,
if anyone would, it would be them.
That's you're absolutely right.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think it's going to. Again, it'll be 10 years from now. That's why I feel good about the bet, because it was a decade bet. We already know Xbox is going to do another console. Yeah, which has to last a decade, because we're still not out of this one, and unless they might say, oh hey, here's a new console this year, and it'll come out next year. But again, we're already 3 years into the bet at that point, and then I feel good that they can hang on for another 7.
This is a random thought, but remember when they were talking up Forza so much about the ray tracing and shit?
Yeah,
and that game was just dog water.
Yes,
man.
Yeah.
Marketing is a scam. I think
marketing is purely to lie to people.
It looked so good in all this. I remember like the Summer Games Fest and all these trailers came out. It's like, finally it's optimized so the console can have full ray tracing, and look at the reflections in this wheel.
Yep.
Nope.
You know what so I know we dog on Infinity Nikki, and that was what I wanted Jeff to play, and then I ended up playing it.
I didn't dog on it.
Well,
we said it was a John game from the start.
The John game?
Yeah, remember, because they were frolicking and playing music and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the trailer.
I think the soundtrack's actually pretty good.
I loved the trailer; it was very good.
Yeah,
but I don't know what the point of the game is.
It's just collecting a bunch of resources, making outfits.
Yeah,
and then you battle other people. So it's like, oh, who has the cooler
design outfit?
Yeah, and
or a design battle.
You have to basically just do like you put all your pieces of clothing together and get a higher cool score. Yeah.
Cool score.
Well, cool. I think it's like cool, sexy, elegant, smart,
interesting,
cute.
All of the virtues.
All the virtues, yeah.
Of style.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But what I'm saying is that thing is ray traced on.
Yep.
So like, I don't know if you could tell from the shadow, but like her shadow is perfect, like 1-to-1, super sharp, no matter what. And it's based off of whatever clothing you have. So it's like it's a real ray trace shadow, and there's reflections everywhere. So like on the water, you see all the reflections. If you walk by a mirror, you see your character reflected in the mirror. I mean, games still don't do that. Like that's a rarity when you see that stuff.
Right.
Indiana Jones, you turn on ray tracing at the lowest setting, and suddenly you're going 15 frames a second. Like it's.
By the way, where is ray tracing located on Indiana Jones's option setting?
It's on the graphics.
I can't find it.
Yeah, it's a little toggle. It's a little ray trace. It says ray tracing.
It's not showing up for me.
Well then, dude, I think your game's just busted.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I gotta show you. When I get home, I will stream on Discord or something and show you what's going on.
I have to see if I don't even know if I have it installed still.
Indiana Jones. Oh yeah.
This
is a hunt. Well, not to spoil anything, but this is a game that will be uninstalled as soon as I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Well, that's like all single player games. Like to be fair, I did that with like, I don't know, Yakuza, for example.
Sure.
I finished that, and
yeah,
after I wiped the sweat off my brow, just the manliness that I watched. Yeah. Reference our Game of the Year show for that.
Yeah, good luck finding the 6
It's
hour
best
thing.
moments.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, then easy.
Yeah, there's all the timestamps there.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for them to go and.
That took so long. I'm
sorry, buddy.
No, it's fine.
Next year I think I screwed you because you changed things at the last second.
Yeah.
And then because I was going to announce everything, and I was like, well, I don't know what the changes are.
It wasn't. It was just one change. They just moved everything down.
Just announced
sorry.
Everything.
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyways, so that's we're a video game podcast. That's
PC,
our quota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's my PC dilemma. Yeah. Long story long. Like Indiana Jones running like dog water.
Yeah.
Said that twice now. Trying to clean up after that intro. But I don't know what it is. Like the textures, especially in the distance. I don't know if it's the draw distance or whatever. It is just looks horrible. Like the train in the background, the smoke, or is just pixels coming out of the smoke.
I think it's a DLSS issue for you. I think that's what it is.
But why was the Vatican fine?
I don't know.
And then Egypt, did they ban DLSS in Egypt?
Maybe.
They ban a lot of things there.
They do, and that might be it. That might be one of them.
I don't know what's going on, dude. I mean, is your video memory 12 gigabytes for the TI?
Yours isn't, right?
Mine's 10.
Then mine's 12, yeah.
Yeah, I think because on the recommended sheet, they have the 3080 Ti.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wonder how big of a deal that is, but
if the TI is available or there's like rumors of a TI coming out, like I will usually wait for the TI because it's a meaningful enough jump that it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go home and try to figure that out at some point.
You got a long way to go.
I have a ton to go. I'm only on the second fucking city because I spent like 2 hours of my life trying to figure out how to make this game look good. Now the only problem is like normally, actually, when it looks this bad, I'm definitely like there's something going wrong, but. Normally, I'm like, all right, this must just be how it looks, and I just take it at face value. But the problem is, everyone is just sucking this game off, saying it's the best looking thing ever.
Yeah,
that like apparently, like I must be doing something wrong. But even watching like Digital Foundry's video, other people's videos, they're like, yeah, pretty straightforward. Just put this at this, and it runs itself.
Yeah, wham, bam,
like,
and you're done.
No, it doesn't. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I might just reinstall the game. Although probably not. That took a long time.
You could verify the files, maybe.
I did the texture pack and stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
That automatically puts it in the game, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing I have to select or something.
It's supposed to. Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe look it up. Just see. Like
I've been doing everything.
Everything.
I've been saying, why is my GPU not maxed? Why is blah blah blah? No idea. So, anyways. Enough about me and my problems. My petty. That is the problem with PC gaming, dude. It's so frustrating. But when it all lines up,
when it's
Infinite
good,
Nikki,
it's good. Yeah.
Or
that's the thing is,
Cyberpunk
like
3 years later.
How does a game like Infinite Nikki run
Unreal
120
5
frames
is a
like butter,
incredible,
fully maxed? Like I can't get more frames, and I can't make that game look better.
yeah.
Like it's fully
It's Unreal 5.
It's pushed as far as it can go.
I think what engine you're using is a huge thing,
Yeah.
right?
A lot of games are moving to Unreal 5. So like The Witcher's going to Unreal 5. So like,
because
I'm very
it's-
excited to see about that.
From what I understand about it, which is nothing, it's a very the resources available are great.
Yep.
It runs really well. It's super well optimized, right?
And it could be any like Tekken runs on Unreal.
Exactly.
So it's just like
Yeah, the diversity that you can
Yeah.
have, right?
Yeah.
The range. That is wild. Yeah, I don't know. Tekken looks great.
Yeah.
Tekken looks very good. So you're really liking Infinite Nikki.
It's a guilty pleasure. Just like I did it as like a meme, right?
Yeah,
like
no,
I was
but
I was gonna do it
You were texting us all day about
all
it.
day because
I could see the descent into madness because at first it was like, oh, look at me. Isn't this so funny? I'm playing
isn't
this
this dumb?
game.
And then I'm just like,
and then you're like, guys, this is pretty good.
I
You weren't even saying that. You're like, oh, look at me.
it does the thing of like, hey, what if the entire game was nothing but collecting stuff and watching numbers
yeah.
like just fill in?
So it's a Tyler game.
It kind of, yeah.
That's not a John game.
That's the
at
big.
all.
I know that's the big
Surprise
joke. Is
Yeah.
this actually spoke to me more than
Joke's on
anything?
you.
Yeah,
More than anything.
yeah.
It is. It is front runner for Game of the Year 2025.
Oof, I don't think about that because I can very quickly see there's just so much in it that like I still don't understand the UI. I still don't understand where I go.
When
for
did it come out?
anything. Last year. It was last year. Yeah. So it wouldn't count for 2025 unless for some reason I want to like I
Best
continue
game you
doing
didn't play
it.
this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. I don't think that's going to be a thing, but we'll see.
I don't know, dude. There's
Played
a
some
lot-
Hades 2. Hades 2 is pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's still early access, right?
It is, yeah. So I'm not going to get too far into it because I don't want to lose out on the full,
Yeah, I never touched early access.
Yeah, I was just like, I started playing Hades 1, and because I was playing on the Steam Deck, that was not my original save. And I didn't want to start back from scratch again. So I was like, I'll try 2.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. I like Baldur's Gate, for example, they had a very expansive early access. Larian always does that though.
Yeah.
And I refuse to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about being surprised, just not knowing anything,
Which, if that's coming out in February? Is all the
What?
new stuff that they're doing?
Yeah, probably. I wonder if I should probably go back and give it a shot. I'm waiting for crossplay because I really want to play with my friend
Yeah.
who's on PlayStation. That would be a lot of fun. He's really good. He has 500 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
He's
wild.
very it's David. I can name drop him because he doesn't listen.
Okay.
But the Lord of the Rings guy. He's he finds his game and then
That's it.
sucks the bone marrow
Yeah.
out of it. And Baldur's Gate was one of those games. So
Sure.
it's like Baldur's Gate, God of War, those kind of games he just loves.
Yeah.
And then he just has Skyrim. He's 1,000 hours in probably.
I mean, there's really nothing coming out January. We could maybe play Sniper. I don't think that's your type of game.
Sniper
though.
Elite. I don't know. I don't think I've ever played any of them, so I'd give it a shot. It's
That might
co-op,
be,
right?
Yeah, it might be a Game Pass thing.
I hope so.
5 was.
I already
so-
have Indiana Jones. That's 1 off my list. So that's what do I need? 2 to
Yeah.
qualify, 3 to
Get your money's
Get-
worth.
get
or
it back,
the extra. Yeah. I mean, Call of Duty's a lock, so you're gonna have the next Call of Duty automatically.
Call of Duty's coming out this year.
Call of Duty comes out every year. And it's
I
on.
thought they stopped that.
No.
Really?
I mean, who knows? Maybe, but I doubt it.
Is there going to be 8 launchers? Because I might not even want to play it.
Well, it doesn't matter. You can because
I
it's
know.
just included. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll probably. Game Pass is always a good deal. I always find my value there.
I mean, if you really want to,
Enough
I would
games.
love to play Orcs Must Die with you.
I have it downloaded.
Oh, well, the new one that comes out.
Oh,
But yeah, we could do.
Don't have
we could
that
do
one yet.
We could do 3. 3's good.
Orcs Must Die going to be on Game Pass?
I think so.
Perfect. Let's do it.
If not, then
It's probably
I'd still play it.
cheap, right?
it's a 4. The cool thing is it's 4-player with the new one.
Okay.
So that's a big deal.
We could get 2 more guys on.
Yeah. Yeah. Nate and I
that.
had a lot of time. Good fun with that. I think that we played the second one though.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down to do that. It's not Balloons, but when Balloons 7 comes out, might be the biggest day of our lives.
You know what? If there's, tell you, and I'm not being facetious here.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a game that was, hey, I'll take time off work to play it, I think that might be the only game at this point. Like,
I mean, you did that for Diablo, though.
I did, and I was disappointed. Yeah, and I did it for Batman, and I was disappointed. So it's just like if there's a game that I
Batman?
think Arkham Knight, whenever that
back in the day.
yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant like
no
Justice League or something.
Oh no,
that would have been
Arkham Knight was one that I was more excited than anything for.
Right,
and it was just trash.
Yep,
like it just did not run.
Yeah,
it ran better on a PS4 than on a PC. Yeah,
Oof. Again, consoles.
Yeah.
Optimize. Yeah, so there's some games that are so optimized.
Balloons TD7.
Oh, that's an event.
I would do that. Yeah.
That's an event. I'd call off work for that, dude.
That would be like I would clear it with Chelsea. I would say like, hey, this is an all night thing.
Oh,
like it's like where this is. I'm gonna be real bad tonight. Like this is gonna like it's just nonstop.
I kind of wanted to do that with Civ until I saw gameplay.
Yeah,
and then I was like, this looks terrible.
Well, let's see what it gets. I mean, it might.
I'm gonna get it regardless because I do really like Civ, but I really do not like the direction they're going. And the fact that you have multiple leaders, I don't know. I really don't like that concept.
It's multiple leaders for any. You could have
it's different eras. They're dividing the game up into different eras, and they're like, well, you can just play specific eras if you want. It's like. No, the point of the game, the point of Civ is bringing you from Stone Age to space. Like that's always been the game.
Yeah.
I don't like cherry picking. And you could always do that anyways. You could set which era that you were in. Like that's not a new feature, but they're making it more distinct now. It's like everything changes in the era.
But it's the leader can be in charge of anyone though, right? So you could have, I'm making this up, like Abraham Lincoln leading the Romans. Or something.
In the new one, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Which that is what feels weird.
That.
Yeah,
yes.
I agree with
you.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was like George Washington and then Teddy Roosevelt and then JFK or something, right? Like a progression like that.
Yeah.
For America, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, let's
do
that.
The JFK is really short, but yeah.
Yep.
I was never. We'll see. We'll play it. Like I'm excited that like my single player game is going to be Assassin's Creed.
Yep. That's
a 50-50 shot.
Right.
I love it and I'll be sucked into it, or I'll hate it and I'll bounce off. But I have to play it because Assassin's Creed. And then Civ's our multiplayer game. And then if Civ doesn't hang or whatever, then we have Monster Hunter coming out.
Yeah, Monster Hunter. We have actually, you were saying that last year in 2024, we did not have a lot of multiplayer games. And there's a lot of multiplayer games this year. Like the It Takes Two game thing.
Which is good. I think that'll be good for us to
Monster Hunter, Civ.
Get some game time. Yeah.
Could be Sniper Elite,
I tried playing Titanfall last night and it took me 40 minutes to...
What was going on with that?
I don't know. It like locks me out of multiplayer. I think, and I can't say this for certain, but I think what happened is because I have Game Pass, that means that I have the Ultimate Edition of Titanfall.
Yep.
On EA.
Right.
Nate gifted us Titanfall 2 on Steam.
Right.
So I downloaded the Steam version. Steam version launches, connects to EA, tries to launch. I get a whole bunch. I get like 1 million Steam achievements.
Yep.
And it just does not do multiplayer. So it just wouldn't work. I close out Steam. I try to launch it from EA, but it launches the Steam client again and tries to load it from Steam. I delete Steam or the Titanfall from Steam.
Yeah.
Do it in EA this morning, and it was completely fine. No idea.
I
don't know.
Wow.
It works. That's all that matters. But
interesting.
I missed that game. That's such a good game.
Titanfall 2? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a one in a million.
I have no multiplayer stats on Titanfall 2. Apparently, I never played Titanfall 2 on PC.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, it was a while ago.
One, and Titanfall 2, I only played on Xbox.
I played Titanfall 2 on PC.
I played the campaign. I went through the campaign on PC.
My original PC, like the one my cousin gifted me.
That's a stellar game for that. And it runs, like, it's so old that it doesn't do 4K. Yeah. So, like, 1440 is the max resolution.
Yeah. Oh,
and it just runs at 240 frames a second. It just
perfect.
butter. Yeah.
Oh, well. I don't know. We'll see.
Games are great.
Yeah, 2025 it's hard to tell. Like my strategy has shifted in terms of like what games I play. Right, I'm more of a wait and see. Like I was talking to Jeff about this, our good buddy, What Killed Jeff, and
he already stopped listening because we started talking about the future state of digital games.
Well, he was in probably in the first 30 seconds, but after that, downhill. But I was talking to him, like, I try to look at, OpenCritic, I put a lot of stock in because it's a combination of critics' ratings.
Yeah.
You have limited time, so it's like, you got to go with what people say is good, right?
Right.
I don't know. So that it's hard for me to, the reason I'm bringing this up, it's hard for me to get excited for games because it's like, well, if something gets a bad rating, I'm probably going to skip it, right? Unless, there's few games that's like must play for me, I guess. I'm very much a wait and see kind of guy.
So my thing with that is look at Dragon Age. I thought Dragon Age was amazing, and
Sure.
I got wrecked pretty much across the board. But what I've started doing is actually looking at OpenCritic and cross-referencing that with Steam. So if Steam is giving something like an overwhelmingly positive review and OpenCritic is like, it's an 85.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll play that one. Like it's like the majority of people are liking it. So like, let's see what's good about it and things like that. So I don't go just OpenCritic. I started kind of seeing
I think it's
what
a
other
better
people are gravitating toward. But yeah, overall.
I think it's a better strategy for sure, kind of cross-referencing other areas.
There's a site, I have to look it up. It's like Steam 100 or something like that, or 100 games or something. And they have a million different criteria where like just every day they're constantly moving the list of like, here's the top 100 games. And then you can set all these parameters of like, I want the top 100 action adventure, overwhelmingly positive, released in 2020. Like just,
right.
Filter it down. And it's like, okay, here you go. And it'll tell you like, between yesterday and today, this moved up or down X amount of spots or stayed the same or whatever.
Right.
And it's very, very helpful in kind of finding like hidden gems in those indie titles that like typically get overlooked because it pulls everything, which is really cool.
Well, that's your bread and butter.
Yeah.
You're the Purple King.
Purple King. That's what they call me.
The Purple King.
Yeah.
Yeah. For more than one reason.
But yeah.
You like purple.
I do.
And then Purple is the like mid-tier guy on OpenCritic.
Yes.
Who's still happy, but he's not quite as mighty as the orange mighty guy.
He's in a good spot.
He's a great spot.
Yeah.
He's living life. He's Dragon Age Veilguard.
Yeah.
Which is a purple. Barely.
Yeah. Yep.
It is.
It is.
It's hanging on. I don't know. Some of your favorite games are purples.
What are some games so like we did have the category of like games that we didn't get to in the current year. Is Dragon Age still on your radar? Like, is that something?
Yeah, I want to play it because you and Jeff like it so much. It's just tough to allocate that time.
Yeah.
January would be the spot.
That's why I'm asking you. Yeah.
It depends how long Indiana Jones. Like, if I can ever get past the boss of the video menu.
Yeah.
One of the greatest bosses I've ever encountered.
You can like after Egypt, you can fly through everything. Like, it's very, very like.
The best part, we're getting ahead. I know we didn't want to pre-review things, but the best part of the game is like the cutscenes.
Yeah. The story. Yeah.
So the story. Yeah. So I am going to streamline it, but I want it to look, I just like, that's like half the game.
Do the
it's
cutscenes
supposed to look good?
Like, do the cutscenes look okay?
They look better.
Okay.
They look better than the dog shit that I'm looking at, but I got to figure, I don't know. It's so frustrating not knowing what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of games, I had a dream about a game, I think. I'm not really sure. Dreams are so weird because you remember like exactly what's going on. Like obviously you're like living through it, and then you wake up and it's just like you're dumping the memory.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I had this very vivid dream that I went through that was pretty intense, and I woke up and I was like, oh shit, I gotta write this down. This is great material.
Yeah.
But I'm really tired, so I'm like, it took me a minute to like reach for my phone, and I'm just like losing memory by the second.
Yeah.
It's wild. I was like, oh man, that was so good. Wait, what happened there again? And I'm like losing, and I like scrambled to grab my phone, and I wrote down what I could. And it was just really weird. That's a weird phenomenon. Like, I don't know if there's anything else quite like that.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, but is it fading like that? I feel like that's
know.
more like I have no idea, but I feel like it's more like an on-off switch. Like you have good days, bad days.
I guess. Yeah.
Like this is like I knew it 1 second ago, and now it is gone.
But you've never had like reoccurring dreams where it's like you forget something and then you have a dream again and it's the same dream and you're just like, oh, right, I remember all of this, and then that influences your current dream?
Yeah, I feel like I've had that probably. Generally mine are scary dreams that are reoccurring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was very strange.
I've had kind of a reoccurring life in my dreams.
Really?
Yeah, where basically like when I was a kid, I won like $1 billion, like just infinite money. So maybe like, I don't know, I would say maybe like twice a year, my dream is like, it's going to sound dumb, but it's like, it's almost like a continuation of like me just being rich. Like there'll be a thing where like, and it's the greatest thing ever. 'Cause like once I realize, it's just like, oh my gosh, I gotta get as much like bandwidth as I can to stay in the stream. Yeah. So it started out where it's like I won $1 billion, and like the first thing I thought of is like, I'm gonna buy a Game Boy Color. Now it's like, oh my God, I bought a mansion. You know, like, it's great.
You thinking bigger.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So I had this dream. I wrote it down. It's very spotty. So it starts out, there's some sort of debate going on, and I think I'm working at like some sort of video game company.
Okay.
I feel like I'm at work, and for some reason in the back of my mind, so like, you know how dreams, like you just kind of know information. Yeah, you accept the reality of whatever's going on. You kind of just know. So again, I was forgetting a lot of stuff. So this is what I believe what was happening. So I think I was working for a video game company, and then there was this debate between these two people in the company, I guess, going on. And it was super awkward because I worked with both of them kind of individually. Like it felt like they were kind of mentors to me, or I was helping them out on things or something.
Yeah.
And then one guy got crushed by the other. And there was this really difficult conversation I had with the loser, quote unquote, of the debate, where I was telling him like his vision for the company was like totally wrong and stuff. And I was like trying to point out where he was going wrong or why I felt like he lost or whatever. And then it skips to like I'm working for him in the basement of this place. And I felt really bad because I started to notice that he was kind of inept. He didn't really know what he was doing.
Uh-huh.
And so this is where it gets weird. So he devises this plan because it seems like he's desperate for money to create like a fake robbery, like a fake theft within the company so that he can get the insurance or something.
Okay.
So it's like me and this other guy, and it's a really shoddy plan. And I'm like talking to this other guy who's in on it. He's like, this is never going to work. And I'm like, yeah, this is really dumb. But I felt so bad for this guy that I was like, I'm going to go along with it. We'll see. We'll go with it. You know me, I'm a loyal guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we both knew it never was going to work. But what happened was we got outside the place and we were getting ready to do the thing. And now I don't really remember what we were supposed to do, but it was some sort of theft or something. Now, apparently, and don't ask me the details of this, we get double crossed by another guy. So like we're supposed to meet up with this third person, and he double crosses us, which was a shock to me. I never saw it coming.
Sure.
And next thing I know, the SWAT team's involved, and I'm like running away, and there's like a shootout or something. And I escape the place, but then there's this boss fight. So it turns into a video game at this point. And all I have written down is a very clever, some sort of Simon Says mechanic of this boss fight. But it was so well executed that I was like super impressed when I woke up. I was like, that would be a great idea for a game. Like I was like, this is amazing. And then I couldn't remember what it was. It was so frustrating. And then I escaped, and then there was some woman involved.
Naturally.
Yeah.
It's probably Tifa.
No, she was like a femme fatale type.
Okay.
With like brown hair. But she was somehow part of the double cross. but I forgave her because for some reason it wasn't really her fault. She was kind of roped into it, sort of deal.
Yeah. You sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just forgave the femme fatale.
Yeah.
It's Catwoman all over again.
Then we kissed.
Yeah.
Then I woke up. And then I was like, this plot was genius. It would make a great game. But I can't remember any of the details.
You're just missing a little bit of the...
I'm missing... Dude, I can't describe the feeling. I was like, this is such an amazing video game ending.
Yeah.
Or like idea. And
you're making out. Like, sure.
Yeah, I guess anything feels like a good idea at that point.
Yeah, that feels like...
It felt
stellar.
I was like, dude, the audience would never see this coming. You know how we're always like passing ideas back and forth. And it's like, we've had this conversation before, I think, where it's like, have we just exhausted all ideas on Earth? Like, nothing can surprise people anymore. This felt like, dude, no one's going to see this coming. Although I am infamous for never seeing any plot twist coming, so maybe I'm just a dummy.
No one's seeing the... I'm presuming you're the main character of this dream, obviously.
Yeah.
Getting the girl and making out with her at the end.
It's not the girl. You're fixated on the girl. The plot twist is the double cross at the fake theft. So he was inept, quote unquote. But then I think one of the points was like he was faking it the whole time.
Okay.
Like part of his big scheme.
So the guy that concocted this is
the guy I was working for created this plan to, I guess, throw this debate to make himself look like he didn't know what he was doing so that all the flack went on him, and then created this like desperation plan where he roped me in, but it was all a ploy and to like, I don't know, frame me or double cross me or something. Like I got double crossed.
Yeah.
It was a setup the whole time. That's what made the plot so great. It was a whole, like from the beginning, he was calculating it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was awesome though.
Sounds good.
I was hyped. My heart was racing.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that was a great movie.
What's the girl's name?
Amber. I don't know.
Yeah.
But remembering what she looked like, probably.
All right.
She had amber color eyes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, I forgave her.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sure you did.
Anyways, I don't know.
Sure.
That was maybe a waste of time, but
no, that's
wanted
fine.
to share my experience of that.
I like it.
I wish I could remember what it was. It was probably, I wonder how many times you like have a dream, it's complete nonsense, but you think it was great.
Probably all the time.
Like I've had dreams where I was like, dude, I said something so elegant. And like if I could like rewind time or like go into my dream or something, it's like the technology do that, it's probably just gibberish.
Yeah. Oh,
or
100%.
Something. Like I've had dreams where I'm speaking different languages.
Yep.
And I'm like, am I actually speaking? Probably not. It's probably gibberish, but like my brain thinks I'm like, and like what they're saying to me, that's the beauty of it all being in your head. Like, you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah,
so
it's either
like
gibberish or extremely racist, one of the two.
Well, it could be all gibberish, but you know what they're talking about because it's your brain telling you.
Like your brain is so fractured, it's just like you're literally holding conversations and holding movies inside of your head while you're unconscious. That's crazy.
Yeah, the brain,
awesome.
Dreams or sleep in general is such an enigma. I'm very fascinated by it, but I don't know. Like, what does that mean? There was something there.
Sure.
But I'll never get it.
It means you need a pad and a paper. You don't use your phone.
Yeah, I've tried that, but what happens is I scribble, and then I can't read it the next day. I need a dictation.
Yeah.
Because what happens...
It's built right into your phone.
What happens with my phone is the brightness keeps me awake after that.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of effed. So I need to pick it up and just voice memo.
Yeah.
But that might just be gibberish too. Like, girl.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah. You need a refill?
Yeah, we can get a refill.
All right, let's get a refill. And then our next topic is purses.
Purses.
Yep. So you sent me purses. So we have a new format for how we're going through topics. Trying to stay on track a little bit more, which we're doing a
bang up job.
Yeah. I was gonna say a bang up job, but then it said an. So I was looking for a vowel.
Ang up job.
So tell me about purses.
Purses. So this was kind of like an antidote. Anecdote. Thank you.
Yes.
Back in the day, before I was married, I had a previous girlfriend. I don't know if you knew that. And we had...
What was her name?
I don't want to throw that out there.
Okay, sorry.
Previous girlfriend.
Cut that.
And we were driving one place in two different cars. I was in my car, she was in her car. And we had to turn around and go back from whence we came. And we were at a green light, and she kind of made this like turn up and come back down. And I made a U-turn, and then she just blew, because this is like an intersection. So the way that she went...
You were in two separate cars?
We were in two separate cars, yeah. So she went kind of this way where like she just went through a red light.
Sure.
To stay with me, I guess. And I just did a U-turn on the green light, which is correct.
Okay.
Cop pulled us both over. Her purse was in my car. Yeah. And the cop was like, hey, she says that her ID is in your car. So I like take the purse and I hand it to him. He's like, I'm not touching that. Like, get me her ID. So I'm like fishing through this like monstrous bag of
big
just
purse.
Crap.
Yeah.
Well, anything. It could be the smallest purse, and it's like a bag of holding. Like it's just anything's in there, right?
D&D.
D&D. But like Chelsea never. She's like, just go through my purse. Like it's not a big deal,
right? But
like I was always taught as a kid, you don't touch a lady's purse,
right?
You know what I mean? Like that's 100%. Like, yeah.
I was taught the same thing.
Okay, so I'm not like on an island like this.
No.
But like I tell Chelsea all the time, I'm like, purses are there's no good thing about a purse. Like, sure, I guess you could argue like, oh, that's because of women's clothing and how they don't have pockets and they don't. But it's just like you don't need all the crap you're throwing in your purse. It's usually just this dump truck of things thrown in there that like you can never find anything. You can never like I hate it. And Chelsea's like, there's all like you just go in the main pocket. And you go to the main pocket, and there's like 6. I don't know if you've ever looked into a purse.
Yeah, like my mom.
Yeah, but there's like 15 tiny hidden pockets in a purse.
Oh, you
can't find anything.
It's Narnia.
Yeah,
yeah.
So that was my thing.
I think you're 100% right. Purses. It does feel good though when you do need something and like Band-Aids or something. And
but my wife doesn't do that. So my mom does that.
Yeah, I'm only used to my mom
exactly
with purses because I don't have a girlfriend or a wife.
Well, there's a difference between our parents' generation of purses.
Yeah, I see.
And like
that's like a survival kit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they have everything. They're ready to go. They're taking care. Like
100%.
My wife, love her to death, but it's just like, hey, here's. If you want a pen, she'll probably have a pen.
She have hard candies.
No, of course not. Damn. Well, actually, that's not true. No. Hard candies, no. She'd probably have like chocolate in there, but then the chocolate's getting everywhere or something. Yeah,
terrible. Yeah. That's why you have hard candies in purses.
Exactly. Yeah,
the reason for hard candies. They last. It's like the jerky of candies.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
That's a great analogy.
That's a very good analogy.
Thank you. Yeah, purses are weird. I was talking to this girl about purses. Well, actually, two things. So I was talking to my friend. She's going to a movie tomorrow. And she's like, I can't wait to bring all my snacks in. I was like, that's pretty good. I mean, so that's one use case where purses are pretty great.
Sure.
You can smuggle things in to places. But I was talking to another girl about purses, and she's like into the really like fancy ones, right?
Yeah.
Where like she has a purse.
Your Pradas and
per outfit or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So to me, that's very on the same level as watches. So I can understand that. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
I would be a hypocrite if I,
Yeah, you can't throw shade at her for her purse choice if, for every purse she has, you have a watch for it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the dream. I need a girl who we can match purse to watch.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
She's out there.
I don't make enough money for her, but yeah.
Well, sure, yeah.
That she's out there 100%. I don't have a watch that can compete with a Louis Vuitton right now.
But my thing is like in her mind, because I'm like, just carry your keys with you. She's like, I can't carry my keys.
Get a Ridge wallet.
You have 1,000 keys on a keychain just because the keychain looks cute or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even need your car key. Sure, they don't like the keys in the fob now. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So you have your key fob.
Yep.
You technically don't need a house key anymore because we have like 6 different ways to get in the house.
Right.
Sure, maybe a mailbox key. That's it. You just need your key fob.
I think it's a security thing. I think they like, and I'm speculating, of course, but I think some people like having, that on them.
So here, I'm going to bring it all back around. Then
great
don't
circle.
complain about the purse. Don't complain about carrying the purse.
Who's complaining about the purse?
I don't want to point fingers.
Uh-oh.
But just some people that have purses complain that they don't want to carry the purse. They don't want to do.
The worst is when they hand it to you.
Well, that's my point. Is
they're like, "Can you hold this? I need to get."
Yeah.
That's the problem with the mall date. I love a mall date.
Sure.
Love it. Because my ego is so big. I'm such a narcissist that I want to try things on and I want someone to tell me whether I look good or bad in it.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
So that's my dream. One of my dreams. I have many dreams.
I was gonna say
some of them are weird. Some of them are weird. Anyway, so the problem with that is when typically those kind of dates go where the girl's trying a lot of things on and then you're just holding her bag. Mm-hmm. But I'm actually down for that. I think that's fun. That's more like Infinite Nikki. Maybe I would like that game.
I think you would.
Trying outfits on. Because the problem is I don't have good taste. So when she asks what my opinion is, I'm just not very good at articulating like why something looks good or not. Like I can tell you how I feel.
I don't believe that. I think you could. I think there's just a million different factors. Because if somebody's asking you, hey, do I look good in this?
Yeah.
Your knee jerk is just like, oh yeah, whether they do or not.
Yeah. Well, the problem with me is like, I think she looks good.
Sure.
So I just think she looks good in everything. That's my problem. I can't filter. It's like a new.
Yeah, but tell her that and she'll never take you again. Or she'll always take you because.
But I want to go.
Good. Okay. Well,
I want to get sesame chicken.
What could you possibly say to? So say you see her in something, doesn't look good.
Yeah.
What do you say?
That's
not my favorite.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got to know the woman.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say
that's very, very dependent on that.
Sure.
Like, does she actually, like, me and you both know that sometimes they're not actually looking for an opinion, right? Like, and that's the landmines you got to try to
That's why it's just, it seems like they're putting yourself in a bad situation.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dummy. I mean,
obviously we're being very stereotypical here, and I do want to go on the record saying that my wife is not a typical woman when it comes to purses and different things like that, but I think purses are crap. Stop bringing purses. That's
okay.
All. That's my thesis.
All right.
Is purses,
stop bringing purses.
Go away.
Yeah.
If you want it for your accessory thing or whatever, sure. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. Like, I'm actually more down for the accessory, like a watch.
Yeah.
Like, the functionality is like, you can still use it a little bit. Like, yeah, I can tell the time, but like, probably not gonna.
Like, I don't know what, like, you can, there's nothing you can carry in your purse you can't carry in a pocket.
I like the small purses, the flat purses that they.
Yeah, they see in the symphony.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need a symphony-loving, purse-wielding, mall escapade. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something there.
Sure.
Retooled a little bit.
Okay.
And then escape a heist and get a kiss at the end.
Yeah, obviously.
That's the full circle.
Yeah, that's the twist that no one sees coming.
That's not the twist, dude. The twist was the setup.
Yeah, I get it.
No, you don't. You keep harping on this last thing.
I get it.
I said the whole dream to you, and you were like, "Oh, like the only thing that happened is you kissed a girl." I'm like, "No, that's like not even 1% of it."
Have you never seen Mission Impossible? There's twists all the time.
It was like a Mission Impossible kind of.
Yeah.
Except it was video game related somehow. Yeah. And the boss fight was great. It was like color.
Simon Says boss fight.
It was Simon Says, but it was color coordinated, and the way it just worked so well because it was like referencing something that happened earlier in the game. Like everything you did in that game was a combination to this Simon Says moment. And it was incredible. But I can't articulate what it was because I can't remember.
I think there's something there.
We were in a courtyard or something, and it was great. It happened. I swear this happened.
Buddy.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah, I don't know. But it was awesome. I was
eventually there'll be something that we wear to bed.
Yes, and then you can if you were sitting in the other room watching, you would be crying, cheering, blushing at the end.
I bet. I bet.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that day though. and then get super embarrassed when it's just nonsense.
Yeah,
And
well,
you're like,
that's
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I
I wake
feel
up,
like
it's like, did you see that? It was like that was, and I watched the replay. I'm like, oh,
there's got to be a
that would be funny.
it's like a big disclaimer of like, hey,
Yeah,
this might jump around a lot and be
yeah.
somewhat inappropriate, but here we
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's like, John, why were you trying to speak Mandarin and
Yeah,
talking to these
no.
people? And
No.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. There would be a warning, like you know, how your mirror is like objects in the mirror closer than they appear.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
It'd be
It's
like,
like watch at your own risk. You,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
I think there should be some sort of like signed thing of like, if you watch this,
Yeah.
remember this is someone's
I
subconscious.
would-
You can't get mad at them.
I'd
for
bring
it.
you in because I don't hide anything from you.
Yeah,
you'd probably be
and
like,
I'd be understanding, cheering you on.
You would be my test person.
Until it turns out like I'm the one that betrayed you or something, and I'm just like, oh man, that's the thing.
I don't think you would ever betray me, and maybe like that is just
How much money are we talking?
Yeah,
Everyone has price.
I believe in my heart
All right.
that you would not betray me significantly.
Oh yeah,
For
no,
anything.
I'm all for the minor betrayals.
You minorly betray me every day.
I know.
Yes, but I'm talking on a large scale,
Well, as long as
like an
we're
important
clear.
betrayal.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Want to talk about resolutions for the new year?
We should, but I don't know if you wanted to quickly mention your treadmill because I actually
part of my resolutions. So
Okay,
that,
perfect.
that all works.
Perfect. I was thinking about a treadmill today because I keep standing up from my desk after sitting for way too long.
Yeah.
And my knees are starting to hurt really bad and I cannot walk.
And blood clots are a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not good. So I'm like, I need to walk more during the day. And I have so many meetings that I'm just like, there's a lot of, sometimes you have to participate in meetings, but there's a lot of meetings I have that I just listen to information.
Yeah. You could be walking during this.
Oh, I could be walking
Yeah.
during those.
It's becoming kind of accepted now too. Like a lot of the vendors that I talk to, they're on camera and they're walking, and it's just like they're just talking
Yeah, what are you
like
gonna do?
normal.
Call them out like, oh,
Yeah.
that's unprofessional.
How
you can't
dare you
walk.
exercise?
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah. Like you can't claim to be all for health and
If
this-
anything, you're just feeling bad about yourself
Yeah.
because it's like, man, I should be
Yeah,
walking
right,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah. You want to do your?
I would pay executives to start doing that if I was the treadmill company,
Oh yeah,
because then
everyone does it.
you
Yeah.
think the waterfall
Yeah.
effect would be pretty great. Anyways,
Yeah.
so that's part of your resolution. So you'll get to the
It
treadmill.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with that then?
Yeah, I can. Are we
Yeah.
just going through all our resolutions?
I don't
Is that
know. I
the-
mean, whatever you're feeling. What do you know?
All right.
I bared my soul to you about
so.
my subconscious.
So from a health thing, so
Yeah.
I broke this down into health. I guess like mental.
Yep. I would put that under health, but separating
Well,
it
like
seems
physical health,
acceptable.
mental
Yeah,
health,
yeah,
and then
yep.
and then just maybe just like consuming stuff. I don't know. But obviously, like going back to the diet, because like this from Friendsgiving, from like Thanksgiving through the year, I was just like,
Yeah.
man, it's just nonstop crap.
Right.
I did not. I gained maybe like 4.5, 5 pounds, which isn't too bad, but still, it's like, man, I worked really hard not to. So
You're still net negative though, right?
I am net negative.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's always, dude,
It's
it's
tough.
never going to be linear. There's going to be ebbs and flows. You
Yeah.
have to, as soon as you accept that,
I'm too accepting of like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And like
once you slip a little,
I can't.
get
Do the
off
slip,
the
yeah.
bike. Yeah.
Anyway, so eating right, obviously, and then my thing was I was going to walk 2 miles every day,
Right.
And I've done that,
Okay.
which is good.
Yes.
Frigid outside, so I have to use my treadmill.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I got to remember to put my Apple Watch on because I don't do it, and then I feel like I never like. You want to have that like digital, like
Justification.
not
or-
justification, like kind of like you put it on. It's like, oh, I tracked it. Here's my proof. Give me that badge at the end of the month
Yeah,
that you walk
like,
every day or something.
There's
I
a
don't know.
word for that. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
think of what it is.
But so I was walking every day. But here's the problem. I'm walking here.
Yeah.
And I had these gym shorts on. They're kind of like that mesh type gym shorts or whatever. And I'm walking. I'm only doing like maybe like 2.5 miles an hour, like crazy slow. Like you're barely doing anything, but it's still moving. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I'll do this for like 4 hours, like whatever. You
Sure.
know, I'll just
Yep.
keep doing it while I do what I'm doing.
Sure.
And I got shocked
Oh,
because I'm walking and whatever mesh I had shocked me.
yeah.
When I touched my keyboard, right? And
Ooh.
because my keyboard's metal, and I'm like, oh, that hurt. Okay, so I take my shorts off and I'm just walking my boxers. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
And everything was fine.
Great.
And I'm walking for maybe an hour, and for whatever reason, I touch the side of my keyboard again, and I literally have never been shocked like in a bigger way in my life that I can remember. Like
Ooh.
it like legitimately hurt, like made my hand go numb. Like it was insane the amount of like static buildup I had or whatever.
Wow.
And so it was this keyboard over here, favorite keyboard, heaviest keyboard, most expensive keyboard I own. Blew that thing out. Like it's dead.
Jeez.
It's dead. Almost cried, teared up in front of Chelsea because I'm just like, this took me like 2 years to wait for. Like, it was a whole thing, and yeah, killed it. So I'm like, well, never walking and doing anything. But it's like this is an under desk treadmill.
Wow.
You're supposed to be walking while you're doing stuff.
Yeah, you're supposed to be near electronics.
And I'm just like, okay, well, so
wow, that is.
Yep. Man, I was very upset. That was a couple days ago.
You need something that's grounded or something.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what
That's
happened.
scary, dude. Like
I
I forget who. I think it was maybe my grandfather's friend, or maybe my uncle. I can't remember. They died
That's
because
insane.
of like a. Now it was like more severe. They were using like power tools or something, or it was like an outlet.
Sure.
A lot more voltage, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
electricity is no joke. Is my point. It can
and
kill you or hurt you.
I can literally.
That's super scary.
I can feel it. Like I can not.
but
Like
you
I can
remember.
remember
Yeah.
how it felt. Yeah.
Ugh, that's awful. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, dude. That's terrible.
I'm more sad about my keyboard.
I'm
than
sad about
anything.
your keyboard too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more concerned about your health, but
I'm walking now, and
keyboards are replaceable.
Yeah. Well,
Tyler, not.
it's not though. That's the problem. Is that was an R1 Stellar keyboard, and now they're on revision 3. And I don't like how the revision 3 it's kind of like cars, right? Like it's like I don't like how the new Civic looks, so I'm not going to do that one. So
You
it's
have
like
to get a used one.
yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Whatever I paid
Right.
for that, it's going to be that much more because
Quadruple.
people are just waiting for it.
Yep.
You know, I think I just need a board, but the problem is I don't even know how that works. Where I'm assuming it's just the motherboard. Like if I could get a board for that, I'm set.
Right.
I don't think it wrecks the keys too, but it might.
Have you looked it up?
No, I
I'm
haven't.
sure
I
someone
haven't.
else has
Oh,
done
I'm
this.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some literature out there on this. Maybe the website you showed me, the guy who writes
Who
a
does
thesis every freaking key.
Maybe.
Email him.
Thurman the goat. Yeah.
Thurman the goat. Is
Thurman
that
the
his
goat.
name?
Yeah.
Email Thurman the goat and be like, hey man, I am very distraught.
I was not in a good place that day. That
I'm
was
sorry,
a rough day.
dude.
Yeah.
What day was that?
What's today? Friday, so it'd have been, I guess, Wednesday. Went Thursday?
Yesterday?
Might have been yesterday.
Oh wow, that was yesterday.
Trying to think. No, it had to have been Wednesday because Chelsea was still home, so it would have been a Wednesday. Yeah,
So we saw that was D&D night.
that was D&D night. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
You did tell me you almost cried that day. We were in the car.
I?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're like, I had a
Yeah.
really rough one. And then as a fucking terrible friend, I was like, yeah, but let me tell you
No,
about my problems.
Look, people are having way worse times. Like than
Yeah,
I
but
have
you
15
can't.
other
Dude,
keyboards.
everything's relative. Everything's relative. If there's two things I know, there's a couple things I know. One, everything's priced in.
Yeah.
Two, everything's relative.
Sure.
Those are the two things I know.
It sucks because like that legitimately and like that one, whenever I had like we did the Friendsgiving and your cousin Ashley was down here and she's like, hey, I want a creamy keyboard and she was like, I know what I want. I literally pulled down every keyboard and I was like, here's all these, here's all this stuff.
I
and
love when you
whatnot.
do that and you test it out and you see.
And
It's
she
like a,
went
it's
with
like a
that one.
personality
She was like,
test.
oh, that's it. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
like, oh, well,
You can have it.
that's the most expensive one.
yeah.
Now it's like, but it's like, okay, well, here's what this one is.
Yeah.
Literally by a fairly low, it's like at least $150 more than anything else.
How
Like,
much is it?
That one?
If you don't mind me asking.
I think that one probably like fully built, probably over $600.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's like one watch.
Yeah.
But a good watch.
Yeah.
Very good watch.
Well, that's like a premium. Everything in that board is premium, and that thing weighs like. I mean, here.
I like the color.
I mean, this is.
Yeah, I
like,
think I felt it before. Oh my god, it's a brick.
Yeah, like that's I think 8-pound board.
Listen to that.
Check out the escape key. That's a brass
Yeah, I
escape
love
key
that.
with
Love
a
that.
crazy 150 gram spring in it. Yeah.
I love the sound of this.
Yeah, everything about it is perfect. Like that one is the culmination
this is your
of
baby.
everything,
I
and
love
now
this.
it doesn't work. Yeah.
Wish it was a Couch Company logo, but
Well, that's their logo, like their brand or whatever. Bless you.
oh, I
Yeah.
see. Very cool.
Yeah.
Damn,
But-
dude, I'm sorry.
Nah, whatever.
That sucks.
I've made my peace with it, but that's gonna be, I don't know. It sucks, and it has like the little knob, so like
Yeah.
I can do the volume on my computer.
Damn. Sorry, buddy. My dog bit my watch, so it's chipped
Is it really? Oh
just
man.
a little bit.
Yeah, but still, that's
But it was the cheap one. Thank God.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
So
I'm gonna do
trying to relate, but it's not even close.
I'm gonna make a silicone board next.
Oh yeah, the purple,
The purple one and the
little-
orange one are the two that I want to
rectangle.
do. The only reson I haven't built my orange board is because I don't have a keycap.
Can I
set that
commission a
works really
board
well.
from you?
Absolutely.
I'd love a board. I think I would love. Tell you what, when I get my new computer, we'll see what that's looking like. And
Sure.
I want it to match. I would love a Couch Company board though, like or a color scheme.
They make them.
And then when I get that watch,
They do make them.
that'd be a picture.
If you do that board, I actually have a cord for you that's like a black and yellow cord that I made for that.
That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Anyway, so that's the resolutions for that. I think I've talked about it before, but I want to play 30 games this year.
Yes, you did.
Doesn't have to be all new games, but it's going to be obviously
Yeah.
majority of 2025.
It's a lot of games. I mean, that'd be quite the extensive
Yeah.
list if you finish
and I
them
want
all.
to finish them.
Yeah,
that's,
right.
That's the main.
That's the key.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Which I did for Indiana Jones. So I'm 101 right now, which is good for
Early
me.
in January too, so that's beautiful. We're
Yeah.
on day 3.
I'll be honest. Previous Tyler, again, it's kind of a spoiler, but
yeah.
would not have finished Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
anyway,
I know. Well, I'm not going to say anything.
And
but yeah.
then I want to read 30 books as well. Now, I am
wow.
cheating just a little bit with this one because I'm about halfway done, a little over halfway done with the one book that I started in December. I'm going to count it for January when I finish it. So
Should I get Infinite Nikki?
it's free. It's free to play. Where did that come from?
What? I was looking at your picture.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's real. It looks
Yeah.
good. Like
I was
it's,
like, it's
a pretty
cute
good
outfit. Yeah. I like that.
Sorry, I don't
sorry.
know. It's,
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah. And then I bought a whole
30
bunch
bucks.
of 30
you
books.
said you have one down, or you're in the
I'm
middle one?
60% to
Okay,
one down.
okay.
But I started in December, so I was a little cheating.
Berserk on that list, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be 14 of them, so that's good.
that's half.
That's, well,
And there's a lot of pictures.
there's a lot of pictures.
I mean, come on, dude. It's a win-win. I am
I
caught
think
up
it
to
would
Berserk. It is. Man, I wish
That's
you
what
would
you're
read
saying.
it.
Yeah, there's a anime. Berserk anime,
Yeah.
which I didn't know.
None
I
of
was
them are
going
good.
to do that.
The adaptations
oh, really?
are never, no.
Okay.
I try. If you want to do it, do it. The older one is better. The new one sucks.
Okay.
So do the 90s one.
I purchased the collector's edition of Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I ended up canceling it.
That's less awesome.
Yeah, because it was supposed to come like beginning of December,
It got pushed
and just
back.
kept pushing back. And now it's like it'll come January. I'm like, I'm
off,
good.
yeah.
I need this money, thanks.
Yep.
And then I killed it. But I thought that was gonna be like, that's something cool to have because it was like I caught it in a time when it was supposedly in stock, and then it's like, they were just
They were messing with you.
yeah. Bought a whole bunch of liquor, so I'm
Yes.
gonna start drinking.
Yep.
Great.
Usually, like at this time, it's the opposite.
It's
for
the
you,
opposite.
where-
Yeah. But I don't really, I really don't drink. I just think that it's going to be neat to like experiment and learn how. I think it's a cool thing to know
a
how
hobby.
to mix a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like rum, so
Yep.
I started going down that
Yep.
path. I have maybe 4 different rums I'm going to try to do and stuff. And Abby always makes great drinks. I'm like, I want to do that. So I got a whole bar, got a whole bunch of everything that like covers my entire counter, which you've seen. And I'm gonna kind of experiment with that and just kind of get better at that stuff. I bought a book about the history of rum.
Okay.
It's in a bottle. The book is called "In a Bottle of Rum."
I think you're a pirate.
I love pirate
You
stuff.
love
I don't know why.
everything pirate
Yeah,
stuff.
I know, and I don't know anything about it. So it's like I should.
You should play Gangplank in League of Legends.
Yeah,
He's a pirate.
Misfortune's better. I think.
Oh, you should just play Misfortune. Yeah, we should do that. You can play Misfortune support.
Yeah.
It's very easy too because you max E, which is the bullet raining one.
Yeah.
So it's hard to miss.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, come on. I have more hours on Misfortune.
What's W, the cone? Or is that Q?
That is R.
Oh, yeah.
I have more hours on Misfortune than you have in Name a Game. Yeah. So,
all right, fair enough.
I know.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, anyways. I love Misfortune. She's great.
And that's really it. Just play games, read books, and drink are kind of my main resolutions.
That's very college Tyler, I think.
That's where I'm at.
Halo 3, rum, and I don't know if you drank rum in college. Probably not.
No,
probably
not
just
really.
beer.
Honestly,
you just drink in college. Really?
Yeah. If anything, I guess I did drink rum because it was just like rum and Coke.
Yeah,
I do that. Yeah.
I drank PBR.
I have a whole bunch of. So I started watching YouTube videos about like the history of rum and different things like that. So like I have a million different pictures of. That's my hidden folder. Hold on. And then I have a bunch of different pictures of like the rums that I should buy.
Oh, nice.
So I'm
getting into new hobbies is great, dude.
Yeah,
it's a great feeling.
The Real McCoy, aged 12 years. That's going to be my sipping rum. I think that's where I'm going to start. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
So, yeah.
Nice. You were telling me that there's like a, how do I call it, influencer or content creator? A lot of content creation going on in the...
Yeah, Anders Ericsson is the one that I was watching, and then Abby just gave me another guy that I'm going to check out.
Yeah, I think that would be a very popular field for content creation. So
it's just the quality is like insanely good.
Well, yeah, I think it's very saturated. That's probably why there's a lot of people in that space because drinking is as old as time.
Drinking's great,
right?
Yeah,
and people love it. So it's like that makes a lot of sense.
I did a Bloody Mary today. That was my drink. Jeff was drinking at like 10 a.m. Like everyone was drinking early, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm off work. Why not?
Gonna send something, but I had a busy day at work, and I was like, I don't want to drink at work.
Yeah, I that's what I said. I'm like, oh, we're just peer pressuring day drinking. That's a great start to the new year.
Yeah. That's good. That's great. That's a good list, dude. I think. I'm glad you got a good start to it.
I did. I've walked every day.
Yep.
I've stayed under my calorie limit.
Nice.
I've drank every day. I've played games and read every day. So
You're
now,
doing great, dude.
Yeah, it's all set.
You got a lot of momentum going. This is your year. I can feel it.
That's a lot of pressure. I don't know. I might spiral now, but yeah,
there's no pressure.
I also have world building on there, but I feel like that kind of eats into your resolution. So maybe we tag team that one. But what do you have? What's going on in John's 2025?
So similar to you, I have different categories, and like you as well, I think it's so in the past, I think a lot of people make this mistake. They make resolutions and it's very vague, which is hard to stick to because you
need metrics.
Can't measure success. Exactly. So I have tangible goals. I tried to at least, and then I have kind of subcategories on how I'm going to achieve those goals. So
real quick, I want to be 200 pounds by April. I don't know if that's achievable, but that's my goal.
Okay. That would be awesome.
That's 16 weeks.
You know how to get there?
16 times 2, so that's 32 pounds. I could do that.
Yeah. You know how to achieve that?
Just starve yourself, I assume.
Go to the gym.
Yeah.
Walking is very good.
I was gonna put the go to the gym on there, but so what gym do you go to?
The day you go to my gym, that's the day we become best friends.
Yeah, it's just you'll just see me there.
I will change your life.
I know you will.
You'll be so hyped.
It scares me.
You'll be the elation you'll have is probably unmatched.
Chelsea's afraid that some gym bro is gonna steal me away from her.
Oh, like
yeah.
That's an interesting fear.
Yeah, no, well, that's all right.
I mean, all right, here are my things. So I have some similar categories. Like I have physical. I want to reach 170 pounds. This is something I've been trying to achieve for the past X number of years, and I've gotten close. Like towards the tail end when I was getting ready for my friend's wedding, I was like 173, but I never hit the 170 mark.
You know, I've never been 170 since before 6th grade.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I was 170 at one point, probably.
I got down to like maybe 175. Like I was close.
Oh, wow.
I was like really, really
that's
close.
Lean.
People were telling me I was like anorexic and I had an eating disorder and stuff
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
really lean. Yeah, you got to have some muscle. Well, the problem
Dude,
is
I ran 3 miles every
you
day.
don't go to the gym though. If you just run, you're gonna be like, there's no muscle.
I was a string bean, but I'm just saying, like, it was just all cardio, and that's all I did.
Dude, the amount of lifting you have to do to get amazing results is
like 2 days.
So little.
I know.
We're talking 30-minute workouts.
Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do the
just do it at home. You have the
books,
fucking dumbbells.
30, I do, but they're in my car and they're very heavy. To go for my car,
I hate you. I will bring them in here. I will buy you a bench.
I need a
two
bench.
Adjustable dumbbells.
I know.
You can have a full body workout.
I know.
Legs are a little bit harder, but you're a runner anyways, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I'm not worried about my legs.
Exactly.
My legs are fine.
You can have an incredible workout, and we're talking 30 minutes, a couple times a week. The newbie gains is like the biggest cheat code in fitness ever.
I know.
God, you would look incredible, and I want to see it so bad for you.
I need to get a bench. Tell me what bench to get, and maybe I'll do that.
That I'm not well versed because I go to a gym, so I don't. I'll do some research though.
I need to find a bench.
I'll get you.
I need a bench that can like collapse.
I'll get the ratings.
If I can fit the bench right there.
I see.
If I can move that, if I can just
I'll tell you what,
and put it there,
I'll do some research for you. I'll get the ratings.com of
all right,
gym equipment. That would be nice.
Done. I probably can get it at work.
If I can have a nice UI, I think that's how I trap you.
Ooh,
like a nice website with UI, so you get really into fitness equipment, and it's like I have to use it all. Although I know you would buy it all and never use it.
That's true. I have a lot of alcohol up there.
You do have a lot of alcohol, but your friends will help you.
That is one of my things though. Well, that's the other thing is if I'm getting these like really good bottles of stuff, I know how the D&D folk drink. So I have like here's the D&D folk stuff, and here's like my private.
Our
stash.
friends in D&D, I've known drinkers.
Yeah,
my whole life, very good drinkers. They take the cake.
Mm-hmm.
They were telling me a story of a wedding they went to where they put the open bar out.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that in my
insane.
entire life. I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah.
But they did it. Yep. And maybe they were fabricating, but maybe it was a little bit of...
or it was a lazy open bar, but yeah.
Maybe, but the weddings I've been to with open bars, they're never even close to running out, and people were getting hammered. So I have different level, different tier, different strata of drinking.
I didn't have a ton of alcohol, but they cleared me out in like 2 sessions.
Which is a great thing. I love our friends. Yeah. Okay, so physical, I want to reach 170 because my hypothesis is at that I'll be lean enough because I really want a 6-pack. I've never had I have kind of visible, they're a little visible, right?
Yeah.
Like my obliques are visible and maybe 1 or 2 pop out here or there, but I've never had a 6-pack and I really want a 6-pack.
Are you getting yourself in the right light?
That's
best, your mirror
best lighting. My upstairs mirror is perfect because it's a moon thing.
Yeah.
Those are the abs. When I send pics to girls, it's in that mirror. So I want to get to 170 because I think that's probably around where I'll be maybe 10%-ish body fat.
Okay.
Which is where you get...
So 10% is where...
Yeah, because I was kind of looking up where you get 6-pack. It's somewhere between 10 and below, obviously, you're ripped, but 9 and below, single digits, it's you're getting into bodybuilder territory, which is unhealthy.
You can't not have 6-packs at that level.
Well, yeah, so yeah, you're going to have a 6-pack at that point, but that's you can't. There's no leeway. You got to be so strict on your diet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 10 to 15 is you can have visible abs, but this is this is sustainable, and healthy.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I'm shooting for. There's
the low end of sustainable.
Yes, the lowest end. It's like getting a 40-90. It's the highest end of not.
I'm with you.
Stupid.
Okay.
You can always make your PC more expensive, right? But there's a $3,000-$4,000. Just you probably have the best stuff you can have.
Sure.
But until you have 5,000 gigs of RAM for no reason. I don't know why you told me to get 64 gigs. I never even come close to using it.
You don't have 64. You have 32.
I do have 64.
You have 64?
64.
Oh, that was
You told me to get 64. Yeah, big mistake. And I will get back to the resolutions, I swear, audience. But my brain's so fucked up that in my new build, I should go down to 32.
No, you need to go down to 32 because your new build, unless something changed, because I bought 64. So at least I practice what I preach.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law has 32 of that 64 because 64 does not work in my machine.
Oh, it doesn't work at all.
It does not work.
Interesting.
It's a 4-slot machine.
Wow.
I did 4 16 gig cards.
Yeah.
And it just got caught in an infinite boot loop and would never. And it's a known thing. You can't fix it.
Wow. But they sell the 64?
They sell the 64.
You didn't put that together. That was a pre-built, right?
No, I put that together.
Oh, okay.
And
so that's what.
Once you go to 32,
I was going to say, if they were selling 64 as a pre-built and they knew it didn't work, I was like,
well, here's the thing, though. You could do 64.
Yeah.
But you're going to do 2 32 sticks. I think the thing is, if you do 4, if you do 4 with DDR5, they do not like it.
Well, the more sticks of RAM you have, because it's actually a balance. I was watching a video on RAM usage, and again, I'm like a novice when it comes to this, so everything with a grain of salt. But there's total memory that you have, but there's also speed of memory.
Oh, I have blazing fast memory.
Well, DDR5 is excellent.
It is.
But the more RAM you have, you actually start slowing down your speed at some point.
But that's why you need the 4.
That's why you need 2.
Well, but if you have the 4, there's more. You can do a dual channel.
Yeah.
It's like processor, number of threads in a processor.
Right. I got
so that makes sense. But the thing is,
but it depends how well they can communicate with each other. Like,
not well at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like the theoretically, you're correct.
Yeah.
But the more you spread out,
the implementation,
from my understanding, like the more that can go wrong.
Yeah.
You're just kind of opening up a can of worms as far as I see it. Again, maybe I'm like totally wrong.
32 gigs is perfect.
Yeah. But I'm going 64.
Yeah, but then do 2 32 sticks. That's all I'm telling you.
If I go pre-built, that's what they're going to do. They're going to do whatever works.
Yeah, but they're going to give you slow-ass memory.
Nuh-uh. I think Alienware's DDR5.
That has nothing to do with it. I'm talking your latency. I'm talking your CAS ratings, your actual, like, how tight of a timing you have with stuff.
So what is dependent on that? The motherboard?
No, that's the sticks of, like, dude, you could have two 16 gig DDR5 sticks of RAM.
So
and
what
one
brand
can be
of RAM?
$200 more because it's a faster.
Well, Alienware is
speed
going
of
to
RAM.
use the same. Yeah, I guess I should see what they use for it. I
You
don't
have
know
to see
if
what brand. 'Cause
disclose
they
that
didn't-
information.
They probably don't. It's probably going to be some like off the shelf. Like,
I don't think so. I think it's pretty high quality. I don't know, dude. The benchmarks that this guy was running was very, very impressive. It was
for gaming. You're typically not going to notice it, but whenever you're doing like other
like rendering and
you'll
which
notice
I
it in certain
do
things.
every day.
Yeah, all the rendering.
Making Tifa. Anyways,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I have resolutions. My next one is getting 64 gigs of RAM, so I'm going to cross that off.
Yep, and learn more about RAM. I have videos for you.
Yeah, I was getting an itch on the PC stuff, so
I could tell.
Starting to get a little bit into it. Again, I don't know what I'm talking about, so I hope people don't misconstrue like me talking about it as like this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I feel like I know what I'm
very
talking about, and I'm sure I'm wrong.
Well, you know all the
stuff.
terms and this and that. I'm just like concept guy, and whatever Linus
Higher
Tech
number
Tips talks
is
about.
good.
Yeah, exactly. So reach 170, and my subcategories for that is creating workout plans. So I'm going to change up my routine.
I'll match your routine.
Well, I am looking at some specific stuff. So I actually found some baseball specific off-season workout guides that I might give a try, which I thought was pretty interesting. Although it was really weird because there was no shoulder exercises, which I think is fucking crazy. So
If you're not a pitcher, you don't use your shoulders in baseball.
You do throw the ball, Tyler, even if you're not a pitcher.
Even if you're not pitching?
Yes. What happens if a ball is hit to you?
You bat it. You bat it away.
On defense.
Well, no, you just if you're a batter, you're only on offense, right?
Okay, there's two parts of the game.
So you're saying the batters also are in the outfield? Like you don't have a defensive team in a like football?
You think there's 18 fucking people?
Is that not how that works?
No.
No.
You got 9 guys. They all bat
and they all
field.
Huh.
Yes. It's a great game. It's America's pastime.
It seems like they should pay them more.
Strenuous.
If they're doing multiple
they get
positions.
paid more than anyone else, I think. Maybe minus football. Baseball contracts are actually crazy. Actually, no. I think baseball is number one.
You're telling me like the quarterback would bat? That's crazy.
They get paid more than quarterback. I think Ohtani is getting paid 9 years, $120 million, something like that.
Yeah. No person's worth that.
He is. He pitches and bats.
All right.
Anyways,
I'm just kidding. I
Diet
actually know how
plan.
to play baseball.
Oh, okay. You fooled
Yeah.
me.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Diet plan, using an app, getting a scale to track weight and body fat and other.
With
metrics.
things is good. That's the one that you used here. It's a good scale.
What is it called?
It's with things.
Okay.
That's,
Yeah, maybe send me that. I've been kind of looking. Everyone's like, oh, like it's not super accurate. Which like body fat or body composition in general is not very accurate.
No.
Even like the best of the best. Like you go get a DEXA scan or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a margin of error for that, right?
Yep.
Like it's very hard to determine. But I think what's more important is getting a baseline for whatever you're using and then just tracking which direction you're going, right? And just being consistent. So that's kind of.
I think the app's good, and I think overall it's pretty solid. That's what Kyle got us for wedding gift.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I have creating our D&D world, and then I have a lot of. I was talking to you about this, right? Kind of breaking it down into the different elements that is.
Yeah.
I have finding a new hobby. So I started gardening. I want to continue gardening.
Yep.
But I want to get something else on the books. I have cooking right now. I don't have anything else. Cooking's a very good skill to learn.
What cooking are you going to do?
I don't know. Like I really need like a guide that's like beginner to expert guide. Like very.
You should focus on something.
Step 1, here's how to cook eggs, and like here's every way how to cook eggs, and then you move on to step 2, which is like toast.
Do you like feeling it out, or do you prefer having like a very specific like this is the recipe, follow the recipe, exactly this measurement, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
For instance, like cooking.
I think my brain wants to say, so like one's cooking, one's baking.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I think my brain wants to say follow the recipe, but I'm not very good at following the recipe, so probably be better at winging it, but I'm not good at that either.
Well, that's the thing that annoys
Just
me
not
is
good.
we went to Chicago and did that cooking class, which was friggin' awesome.
Right.
And it was good up to a point, but then I went with a bunch of people that knew how to cook already.
Yeah.
So like me being a novice and not understanding 90% of the stuff, when people are just like, just do it to taste or do it to this or do it.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
I don't know
what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know a threshold.
Right.
I don't have a baseline.
Right.
Without a baseline, I think that's the worst thing.
It's just experience, I think.
Yeah, but
which
it's
is
just
tough.
like, man, that sucks.
Because you want to be successful right away, but that's not how it works.
Yeah, but you also need to understand what you're going up against. Like even with, and I think drinks are a perfect example of this too. Is you're putting stuff together, and even a Bloody Mary, you're putting something together, and it's like, okay, add salt to taste, add Worcester sauce to taste, or whatever, and it's just like, okay, but like what's based
what is
off
the
of
goal?
what?
Yeah.
Like what does coffee taste? I didn't know what coffee tasted like until my cousin came and was like, "Hey, here's good coffee," and it's like, "Oh, I've never tasted this before." So
that's like it's like a trade, right? You need it's like an apprenticeship. That's why that's so important. That relationship of like,
is your mom's a good cook, right?
Yeah, she's all right.
On the record.
I know. I'm sorry, Mom. she makes great soups.
Yeah.
Look, she's a career woman,
but that's what I'm talking about.
She didn't cook a lot when I was growing up because she had a full-time job.
Sure.
So
you don't have to
she
make
got some
excuses for it.
specialties.
You said
best
what you
pound
said.
cake.
Yeah,
best pound cake. You're trying to get me to feel bad?
No, that's
my mom. Incredible woman.
What I'm saying is
incredible. Great purse.
I think it would be good to pick.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, I'm going to really focus on soups.
I think eggs is where I want to start. There's a lot of ways to make eggs.
Tough. Eggs are tough, man.
But they're easy, and then they get tough. So that's why I think it's a good benchmark. I can progress within the egg
easy
category.
About eggs?
Scrambled eggs is like easy.
That's a tough thing. To do a correct...
Eggs over easy is easy.
But look, you think...
Well, what do you think? Toast?
You think?
I could do toast.
How are you going to toast something? Like manually toast it? You going to manually toast it on a skillet?
Make a fire. Toast.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
I don't know.
Seriously, I thought I knew scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
And then
maybe I should start with like steak or something. I mean, I can grill. Eggs. So maybe I start with something I know and then kind of transfer that to the kitchen. So like steak, but on like a cast iron skillet or something.
I love cutting things.
Sure.
So like knife skills and stuff like that. Like cutting vegetables and stuff. That was honestly my favorite part of the entire.
So you're a sous chef.
Sure.
I don't know.
Like, sure.
I saw Ratatouille.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's like the 5th time I brought it up this week.
I'll be like an apprentice. Just give me like 1,000 mushrooms to cut, and I'll just
I think a
keep
sous chef is like the underboss.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're relating it to the mob.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, cooking. I have like, there's this website like howtobeaguy.com or something.
Okay.
That's not what it is, but it's like it's just like here's a man. No, it's like if you want to be a man, here's all the practical things you need to know, like how to tie a tie, how to change a tire, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So there's like a website like that, and then they have like a list of hobbies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's in the hobby section or like the skill section. Like there's 2 different lists. So I was going through that. There were some interesting ones that I was marking down.
Yeah.
I was thinking about journaling. That sounds terrible, so I'm probably not going to do that. And I'm scared of my inner thoughts.
Yep.
Actually, not really. I think my inner thoughts are fine.
If you write them down.
Look, I'm telling you, the plot twist was great. What the problem is everyone else.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to me, and then I start telling other people, and they look at me weird.
The number one rule for journaling is you write it for yourself. The moment you think, oh, if somebody else reads this, I'm
an open book.
Effort.
I literally just said my mom's not a good cook, so like that's a sin, you know.
Yeah,
like,
you can't do that.
No, but I did. So it's like if I can say that, she is a good cook.
Yeah, sure.
She's just not.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, dude. When you date an Italian girl, and you go to like, I would spend like every day after school at college at her house, and her mom would like make a meal for me every time.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's over. Like nothing will compare to that. Yeah. I miss her just because of her mom.
Okay.
Which is now on record.
Yep.
Forever.
Yeah.
That can be clipped. All right, anyways. I have played 20 games, so I actually do have that.
Okay.
And then I want to write a review for all the games I play. I have some professional stuff. I want to obtain like a project management certification, which would be good.
From where? It's like Google.
It's called a PMP certification. I think there's like online. It's a test, so you have to take a test. Got to get certified. It's like a big thing. It's globally recognized.
Nice.
So a lot of things do that. It's like kind of like a SAT thing. Like you got to study for a test.
Yeah.
I have reading 5 books, cleaning my room.
Sweet.
And then I have purchases.
Do I get to pick one of those books?
Yeah. No smut. No smut.
Ah, you said yeah, then you.
But I clarified
yourself. Yeah.
I said yeah, but no smut.
It's all right. Can I pick a game for you to play? You're gonna play Dragon Age.
A game?
Yeah.
Do you want me to play Infinite Nikki?
No, I kind of want you to play Tomb Raider. I think that's the thing that's missing.
I think I'd rather play Tomb Raider than
Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. No, look. Hey, I'm fine with it,
dude. Lara Croft's a babe, and like
it's still Tomb Raider. I'm very curious of your thoughts on that, and I think it's been long enough since you played Mordor that would make sense.
I have purchases. I want to buy a watch. I want to buy a computer / monitor this year.
Yeah.
My budget is $5,000.
You could easily do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll see how expensive the 50 series. Like, it might be crazy.
If it's expensive, then you're probably going to have to do a pre-built to get a 50 series in a machine.
I'm doing a pre-built regardless. I don't care. Like, here's the thing, dude. Everyone tells me like, oh, just you can upgrade whenever you want. I never upgrade. Like, I've just been playing on my Alienware. It's been perfectly fine, except for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And it's been great. And then I'm prepared to upgrade. Like, I want to just upgrade everything.
It's just one of those things, like you're pre-built, they're going to cut corners on your RAM. They're going to cut corners on your power supply.
Not Alienware. I trust them with my life.
Oh, well, all right.
By the way, their return program or their trade-in program is a joke.
How much you getting for your machine?
$325.
Wow.
For a 3080 i9 10900K.
So, so you do that. You say, hey, I'm selling this for $500, and you throw it on.
No, I can sell it for over $1,000. I was looking at what these things are going for.
Yeah.
And it's like R11s with 2070 supers are going for $800, $900.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'm like, I can over. I don't know if they're selling. That's a different question, but
people are asking for them.
Yeah. Right. So I'm like,
you go in there and just sell.
I went on. There's like a website that tells you how much your PC's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done one of that? It's like PC I forget what the website's called, but you put in your parts and then how old they are, and it calculates like average.
Nice.
And mine was like 1,200 or 1,300. So
that's awesome.
There, just see if it would sell. Yeah, I'm not returning. That's crazy. Why would I go like 300?
No,
that's insane.
That's
I could sell the card for more than that.
Yeah. Well, maybe not because it's a
yeah
proprietary card, but
in a fantasy world. All right, and then I want to take some trips. I'm looking at going to LA in March.
Okay.
They are playing Mahler's Fifth Symphony, which is my favorite piece of all time.
Yep.
Dudamel is doing it. I think it's his last hurrah as the the conductor of the LA Phil Harmonic. Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to New York. And they're doing a Mahler festival. So that's the last night of the festival. They're doing Mahler 5. So it's going to be super
nice.
Super cool. Never been to the West Coast, so I kind of want to do it. I'm hoping my buddy can go with me because I don't really want to do it alone, but that might be a nice memory. Yeah. I'm going to go to New York next year. I always do. And then I want to go to Atlantic City because I am a degenerate, and that is the place for us.
Where's Evo going?
Las Vegas. Oh, yeah. We said we're going to go to Evo. Let me put that down.
It's fine. It's all right.
I literally would have went this year.
Yeah,
and
I know.
You were the bottleneck.
I know.
You were the bottleneck.
I was. I had a kid. I'm sorry.
Oh, you should be. All right. Top 5?
Sure.
All right. So one of our resolutions is to do more top 5s this year.
Yes.
We're going to start off with a banger. Top 5 emojis. So everyone is familiar with the emoji.
Yes.
They are little pictures to indicate how you're feeling or how you're reacting to something.
Correct.
Which I guess is a feeling. So we're going to go through the top 5 emojis. Rules. I think anything on iOS, the emoji section is fair game. I think we both have iPhones, so that's probably just the sample size we're going to go. So if
I don't think there are emojis that like one has that the other one doesn't. I feel like they're
universal.
Pretty universal. I'm sure there's outliers, but I can't imagine them being like on the list. So I think it's pretty easy. There might be like,
sorry, I'm trying to pull this up on my phone.
All good.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. But just in case there's like a sleeper Samsung emoji that's the greatest fucking thing ever, we're doing iOS emojis.
In specifically predefined iOS emojis. So
so the look of it is going to be the iOS, because I know that sometimes the translation, it looks a little bit different.
Yeah. We're going off iOS. I feel like the concept or arguments are probably going to transcend the visual maybe a little bit.
Rationale can be whatever you want.
Yeah. The reason why I was saying specifically the iOS ones is Apple Intelligence is creating custom emojis where you can just type in anything you want and it'll just make an emoji for you.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Correct.
Well, I don't have an iPhone 16, so I'm not there yet. I'm not part of the future.
iOS 18 specifically, and
I do have iOS 18.
Well, it's not.
It's only
yet, so
16.
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to have the first volley?
Yeah, you want to talk about the crying emoji? You just want to go out
crying,
the gate?
laughing?
Yeah, crying, laughing.
Unlock.
Yeah.
It is my most used.
Yep.
It almost replaces LOL sometimes.
It is the LOL of emojis.
Yeah. But like the real LOL.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I say LOL is like a punctuation.
Yeah.
Because I think saying just a dry text sometimes feels like you're mad at the person.
It's the what's the race of aliens in Mass Effect that has to tell you how they're feeling? It's not the Hanar. What's the other ones?
I thought it was the Hanar.
No, Hanar is the
jellyfish.
Jellyfish. It's the big guys.
I've answered this before, and
Mass Effects are our favorite game of all time.
And yeah,
okay. But it's like them where they're like sad face.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Elcor?
Elcor, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's my favorite game. Hey.
Yeah. You got it. You got there.
Relax.
I was typing.
I didn't look it up. By the way.
Yeah.
I did not. He can confirm.
I can.
He is in Tyler. Laughing, crying emoji. Do you want wink on there? No, I see.
No, I was
there.
winking.
Yeah.
Funny. This is awesome because I don't even have to type this out. I can just type in.
Look what I have, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right.
So hopefully the audience can stay with us here. Take your phones out and maybe.
I feel like everyone
Yeah.
knows.
Well,
what
everyone
the
knows laughing, crying. Yeah.
emoji. Yeah.
And the thing is, if they don't know what we're talking about, probably not worth putting on the list.
That's fair.
So
Yeah.
it's up to us to really get good ones. Laughing, crying is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Upside down smiley.
Do you consider that flirting? That's a contentious
No.
thing.
What?
Yeah.
Upside down.
I think that's a flirty. It's a flirty emoji.
Fucking out of your mind?
It's a flirtatious emoji. I'm not saying that's a negative thing.
Explain.
I'm not saying that's a negative thing.
No, please explain. How is it flirting?
It's just like
what context do you send a flirting upside down smiley face? Give me an example.
I can't.
Please.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I haven't flirted in ages. I'm just saying, like, I think if
we flirt all the time.
So here's the thing.
Okay. And you've never sent me one.
That's fair.
So
okay, all right. I guess
maybe if I was more of a gym bro, you'd send me a upside down smiley.
Hey, like, do you want the girls like, come over tonight, and you say, for what? Upside down smiley.
No, you're using it wrong. You're actually objectively using it wrong.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
Upside down smiley means verbatim, like, I'm putting on a happy face, but everything's crumbling around me. It is, in essence, the dog sitting in the fire.
This is fine.
Yes.
Yeah, this is fine emoji.
Like, you send it like, oh, I'm having a great day. My favorite keyboard just blew up.
Yeah.
Upside down smiley.
Okay.
That's the context.
Okay.
I have no idea how you got married to Chelsea, sending her upside down smileys like that.
Well, yeah.
I'm just kidding. But that is wild.
Okay. No, that's fair.
Do you like that one, though, regardless, even if you're the way you interpret it?
I think it deserves to be talked about on the list, yeah.
I think the crying, laughing is a lock. I think the upside down smiley should make it to round two.
When we talk about crying, laughing, there are kind of two. There's the rolling
not the sideways.
Not
no,
the sideways.
Not the sideways.
That's the rolling on the ground.
Straight up.
Yes, straight up.
The rolling is good. To me, it indicates laughing very hard, but the straight up is more used.
More common, yeah.
It is by far
I agree with you.
Yeah. All right, you're up, sir.
All right. What about the thought emoji? I'm looking for it right now because I always lose it. Here we go.
Not the monocle?
Not the monocle. So the monocle was kind of the normal one, but there's one where it's like he has like a hand on his chin and he's kind of like thinking.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like that one.
I love the context of this one when someone says something super like weird or like that's what you said. You're like,
yeah.
Let's think about that for a second. Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that one.
I wouldn't say it's a lock per se.
Yeah,
I would move that one on. That guy.
Okay. All right.
Guy.
All right.
The teeth open one.
Yes,
that's a great because you can hear the sound.
What a great one.
The awkward.
The thing is, iOS 18
I hope that comes through the mic.
Screwed me up.
Yeah.
Because half of the most used emojis are just blank for me. It's a bug, and I don't know why.
I don't like that.
Yeah, stickers don't work on my phone, and recent emojis don't work.
The stickers, anyways. So.
Well, it doesn't matter. I can't anymore.
Yeah.
All right. What else? So here's the thing: shrugging, the shrugging emoji. Now, obviously, I use the white male shrugging, but I feel like
the yellow guy.
Not the yellow guy. I actually put white hair, brown.
Oh, he looks like kind of
white skin, brown hair. Yeah,
blue shirt.
Yep. I think we can make that broad.
Sure. Yeah. If you're talking about a guy, it could be any iteration. Yeah.
Two hands shrugging. There's the 2 hand shrugging and the one with the face palm.
Face palm.
I think the shrugging I use a lot more.
I will. Maybe our first contentious item here. I hate all of the people.
You hate all of the people.
I exclusively use the faces.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Right.
I just think I want it to be cartoony, so I don't want the whole.
Sure.
But I understand, like, you can't get a shrug. I think there is a shrug for just the face, but it looks super awkward. So
interesting.
If I were to pick a person one, that's probably one. Like,
but
one
you don't
of the
think
best
it hangs
ones.
on a top 5?
Not mine.
Best. Yeah,
not mine.
Okay,
but if you feel very strongly about it,
I don't feel that strongly about it. I thought it would be an easier pick.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Maybe a curveball here. Our first curveball. Italian hand. Since I love The Sopranos, what I'll do with my friend is will quote The Sopranos and they'll have an Italian hand.
That seems specific to...
What, you think there's a problem with that?
I think I've used the Italian hand maybe once.
Super specific. It's a very John pick, but I think it's so funny that they have that.
Over the thumbs up hand?
It's so specific. You know exactly like what type of, like, you know what energy I'm coming at when I have the Italian hand.
Yeah.
That's not offensive, is it? Is that offensive?
I don't know.
They have it on there.
Yeah,
you can't. Hey, you can't have it on there.
It can't be offensive
if it is offensive, it's on Apple. It's not on me. I'm using what they give me.
I mean, they literally have the middle finger on here, but beyond that, that's
the worst change they ever made. Was they made the gun like a squirt gun.
Yeah, squirt gun. Yeah.
Like my favorite combo was the gun to my head.
Yeah,
upside down smiling.
That's probably why.
That's absolutely why.
Yeah,
but you can convey a lot of feeling with that.
You can.
Hey, if I send you those two emojis, you know exactly how I'm feeling.
That's
all I'm saying.
You don't feel great.
All right, whatever. So I just want to put that out there that I like that one.
Okay, so for the Italian hand and the thumbs up, do you think both of them need to be on here to just talk through?
We don't have to talk through the Italian hand. You're not super. I think the thumbs up, while I don't use it personally, I actually use more of the thumbs up on the actual text that they send me.
Which is now part of the emojis. Oh. Because you can do all the emojis now.
So does that count?
I would consider it now.
Because if that counts, then I would talk about it.
I think
because I do use that.
I think that in the haha, but I don't think haha is an emoji anymore. So let's say it doesn't. Because it's a different, technically it's a different visual.
Yeah.
But it is the emoji.
Okay.
All right, so we kill the hands.
Whoa.
Kill the hands. Hey. Do you feel strongly about your hand?
I would like to keep my hand.
Okay. On the list?
Not.
All right.
Let's be specific here. All right, whose volley is it? Me?
I think it's me because you were talking about your hand and.
Well, I thought you did the thumbs up, so.
Yeah.
You're trying to pull that. No, go for it. You were trying to package that in with my hand.
How do you feel about the red? The red.
X?
No. The red face with the you're sweating with the
tongue
out.
Can I see it?
Tongue out. Yeah.
Hot. That's a flirt face.
That's a flirt face.
That's
right?
a flirt face. That's a flirt face.
Yeah, like that guy.
Yeah.
You're like.
She sends you an outfit and you're hot under the collar.
Yeah.
I don't have that on there, but I'm down for that.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I utilize that a lot.
Yeah.
But
when you do.
Yeah. It's a good day.
Okay.
Because that's
sure.
Yeah. I like that. Because it's followed by something that's probably pretty good, right? I like that. This is funny. I have the cow emoji.
The cow emoji.
I love cows.
Is it the head?
Yeah, just the head.
Just the head.
So this one.
Yeah.
You have it.
I got it.
Very cute.
Uh-huh.
I love cows.
When does one put a cow emoji?
Can't wait to go see the cows tomorrow. Cow head. Cute.
Do you use it any other time or?
What's your favorite animal?
Cow
emoji.
Cow's your.
Hey, what's cuter? Cow emoji or bat emoji?
Yeah. I think they do the bats dirty on the.
Wow, that was my little
that's a
secret there.
Tell you what, the bat emoji has gotten a facelift.
Oh, really?
A little bit.
All right, let's see this bad boy.
It's cuter.
Yeah,
it's not
the best.
Super great though.
Let's take a look at the bat.
All right.
Yeah. They need to turn them.
I feel bad because there's hundreds of emojis that we're never going to talk about because it's just you so use
none of the flags, none of the.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have the American flag on yours.
No. I think people know where I stand. I think people know that I am a red-blooded American.
Yeah, you don't need to throw it out there.
Yeah,
sure.
I think my car says enough about.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
You're up.
All right. What? How do you feel? So embarrassed. There's a bunch of embarrassed ones, right?
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So you have the wide-eyed, rosy cheeks.
Don't like that one.
That was always been there.
Out.
Then they put the two hands over your eyes, and
monkey?
one of them. No, so that's the thing.
Oh.
You have the monkey.
Yeah.
And you have the yellow guy where he's peeking through his hands.
I don't think I've ever used that.
I use the monkey all the time.
The monkey's the go-to.
Well, until the guy
you like
with the
the
hands.
peek.
So now I do the peek.
It is telling a broader story there.
It is. It is.
That's like I'm embarrassed but intrigued.
I'm embarrassed, but I really
I'm
not because I told you something.
It's a smut book.
It's a smut book.
It's talking about a smut book for the first time.
It's basically you admit it. And the monkey's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I think these are interchangeable.
Well,
a little
I don't
bit.
think so because the monkey's full clothes, which means I'm just embarrassed.
Yes, but this is like, but
the monkey is. I showed up to Men's Warehouse wearing a suit.
Yes.
For a suit fitting.
Yes.
Monkey emoji. Yeah. The peeking through the fingers is, hey, I just finished this book.
And I banged a vampire. That's embarrassing,
yes.
right? And
right.
You look
yes.
at it. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Right. You're feeling. You're yes. Yeah. Yep. I don't think I've ever used that. I mean, we can talk about it. I think my favorite embarrassed is the squinting face.
Squinting face.
Yeah, let me pull it up. I don't know how to best describe it, so I apologize. It's like the scrunched face.
Just all lines?
Looking for it. This one with the squiggly mouth.
Oh, and you're kind of like looking down?
Yeah.
I can't see it. Everything's
it's not big. It's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so two kind of greater than signs.
The bitter face.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's more bitter. I kind of use that as embarrassed.
Okay.
But
all right. Do we need embarrassed on the list?
I'm never embarrassed, so no.
Okay.
Never embarrassed.
Right. That's fair.
When you have a D&D session like we had, embarrassment is no more.
Sure.
You have transcended embarrassment.
Okay.
So I have transcended embarrassment.
Sure.
This is one of my favorites, a sleeper.
Yep.
It's the injured guy with a bandage on his head.
Why?
I just feel so bad for this guy.
Yeah.
He's so he just is having a rough time.
Is it just the bandage, or does he have like the thermometer hanging out of his mouth?
No thermometer, just the bandage.
Just the bandage.
It's so subtle. It's his little the mouth is askew a little bit, just off to the side.
Yep.
It's not a full frown. It's just like this guy's been going. It's like you after your keyboard got broke.
Yeah.
It's like I'm having a rough day, and you would send me this, and I'd be like, oh, poor Tyler.
I would never send you this because I didn't know this one existed. But yeah.
If you, in a world of infinite universes, you have sent me this.
Fair.
Many times.
Fair. It's my favorite
infinity
emoji,
signs.
so, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Infinity times. So I don't know if it's going to make the list because you never sent it, but I would like the world to know that I really like this guy and I'm rooting for him.
Sure.
I'm rooting for him to get better. I know he can be a smiley guy eventually.
Okay.
All right.
A side-eyed smirk face.
Yeah. It's good.
All right.
I don't have it. It's good. I don't have a lot of the flirty ones, to be honest with you.
Man, apparently all I do is flirt.
Yeah.
All right.
100%. You're a flirt machine.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm going to give you a good one here.
All right.
Eggplant emoji.
Obviously.
Yeah, 100%.
And peach. Both have to be on there.
Yeah.
You know?
Peach. I didn't even have peach, but that's a fantastic.
I think peach
which
over
shows you.
eggplant.
I know. That shows you where my brain's at.
Okay.
Which is not good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What else?
So universal of like, we all know what's going on here. It has to be.
I mean, you just said
it's
how
like
you don't
for
flirt,
numbers,
and
you know?
like,
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Here's one that I use all the time.
Okay.
It's the pleased with himself face.
Okay. Can I see it?
It's the.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's this guy with the kind of upwards. eyes,
very interesting pick.
with the two eyebrows and like the really curt mouth.
Yes,
smiling out there. Like
I don't think the audience will be able to tell this one. This might be the first one where they're not able to tell.
Yeah, it's two eyes that are closed with a little tiny smiling
which I
mouth.
think indicates it shouldn't be top 5.
Two eyebrows up. I use that constantly.
Really?
All the time.
I don't think I've ever used that.
All the time.
Not saying it's a bad one.
Yeah.
Just saying that I don't
That's
use
fair.
it ever.
Sorry, deleted.
No,
Fine.
I value your opinion.
All the time.
You're very special to me.
All the time. Thanks, man. You as well for me.
Okay. This is a very personal one for me.
All
and
right.
my last suggestion.
Okay.
Money bag sign.
Huh.
The bag of money.
Huh.
This is very gambling.
Uh-huh.
This is very, I send this to John when we cash our bet.
Yeah.
And so
Specifically the bag, not the
bag with the dollar sign
Yeah.
on it, like the classic cartoon money bag.
Okay.
It just, the dopamine that rushes through my head when I receive that or when I send that is unparalleled. So it has to make my personal list.
Okay.
It means I won money. You know what I mean? I just love that
Sure.
emoji.
Okay.
Like, let's say there's a big basketball game going on and I'm doing a podcast. I'm not able to watch it.
Yeah.
John will text me during the podcast with just a money bag. And I'm like, yes.
Seems personal.
I love it.
I think
it's
it's
very
fine.
personal.
Yeah.
So if you don't want it, I totally get it.
We'll
But
put it on there. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Had my own top 5 list, which I wouldn't dream of doing unless it was anime, because you were tasteless.
I have so much taste in anime.
No taste. You deleted. You couldn't even get your package for Cowboy Bebop.
I didn't want to deal with it.
The money bag would be on it. So
Okay.
all right, what do you got?
All right. Couple last ones.
Yeah.
Melting guy. Do you care about the melting
The
guy?
melting guy's good, but I think the upside down smiley does a better job of indicating.
Oof, okay. We just use those way differently.
I know. What is the melting guy for you? Is the melting guy for you what I use for the upside down smiley?
No,
Like I'm falling apart?
no, melting guy. It can be, but the melting guy for me is like
I'm in love with you.
basically.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like you're melting
dude,
me?
I only use emojis for flirting. It's
You are
fine.
such a lover,
I know,
dude.
right?
I love
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
God, I'm such a cynical. This is by the way, this is totally opposite of how
I know.
I was
it's
going to
fine.
say before this started, like, this is going to tell us a lot about how we are as people. And this is the exact opposite of how I thought it was going to go. I thought you were going to be super cynical. Everything sucks, the world's terrible.
No.
Faces. That's me.
Yeah.
It's like, haha, things are great, but my house is on fire. And you're just like, let's bang.
Look,
I love
that's
it.
what emojis were created for.
Hey,
I don't know what to do.
I'm. Yeah.
All right.
I'm here.
Winking face. Do we care about winking face? We didn't.
I don't,
didn't do that
but,
at all. I feel like it's a boomer emoji.
It's
now.
a boomer emoji. I think it's outdated.
It's wild. It's
What
like-
about the kiss of fate?
I was going to
Card
ask about
kiss.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that one's a good one.
It's fine. It's a
right.
good one.
Yeah.
What about here's one.
Okay.
And when I say drunk face, you know what I'm talking about? Because there are two. I've seen this used two ways in my days.
Okay.
One for being drunk,
Okay.
and one for the big O. It's
This
an
guy
organ.
with this?
No. This guy right here. He's right above which it's got to be the drunk guy because it's coming into like throwing up. In Apple's thing, so it's like, I feel pretty drunk. And
It's
then
got
it
like a
goes into-
squiggly mouth and like
with,
the
blushed cheeks.
one eye closed,
Yeah.
like kind of what would you
It
call
goes,
that?
it goes that to
Smarmy,
then
like
the
a
green
smarmy
face,
look.
like I'm about to throw up, and then the throwing up
Yeah.
face. So I feel like
Yeah.
that's the
I never send that when I'm drunk. I usually send gibberish.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So I don't know.
So we'll do some rapid fire real quick.
Yeah.
Skulls. We care about skulls.
I don't.
No
I don't.
skulls.
No.
Okay. What about the purple devil? Either smiling or frowning.
I'm not a big devil guy
Devil
either.
guy? No. Okay. All right. Poo emoji. I never use the poo
I never
emoji.
use the poo.
Okay.
It's kinda gross.
Great. Salute. I've been using salutes more.
Salute's not bad.
Salute's pretty good.
not bad actually.
What about the mind blow? Like your head's exploding.
Yeah,
which is
it's all right.
fairly
It's all
decent
right.
one?
We got
Okay.
a lot on there though.
All
What
right.
about the that's so cute face, the anime eyes? Glossy. Okay.
Yeah. I did for a little bit. I
Sure.
do like the blank, and I feel like we've gotten away from this one, but I
Yeah.
do like the blank face with just the eyes.
Yeah. The no mouth.
However, I think if I'm doing like a body one, it's
Yeah.
got to be the just the two eyes side eyeing something.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I feel pretty strongly about that one.
That to me indicates more like, are you seeing what I'm seeing, rather than
It's almost like a. Yeah, so that one is like
for example, when
embarrassed
someone
type of
says
thing.
casino? Question mark?
Yeah,
I
like,
send
this
the
is-
side
this is
and it's
probably
like,
a bad idea,
Are we
right?
thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Because we should probably go to the casino.
But it's like, it's like this is a bad thing.
You don't
but,
want to
like,
say
you
it
wanna-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I'll
This is the O face, by the way, right here above the cute eyes.
that's a sad one. That's a sad face.
No, that's someone's having an orgasm.
Okay. I feel like most of these are.
That's true. Speaking of, I love the party hat one.
Party hat's okay.
I like that one.
It's good.
Like
Do
when
you-
someone
do you
returns from
use-
work, I go party hat with the kazoo
Okay.
or whatever.
Yeah, but if it's his birthday, you just do the blower, like the party blower?
I do the classic Office. It is your birthday meme or GIF.
Oh yeah,
I think
classic.
that's a classic one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Kind of fits my
That
MO.
always happens at work.
I know
teams.
it's boring, but it's work appropriate, and people like The Office.
Yeah,
And we're at the office. It's like a subtle dig, like we're in the office, and this sucks.
sure. I think that's really. I mean, those are
Yeah,
obviously my main
I'm good with
ones
that.
here.
I think we have a lot.
Yeah,
I think we should start whittling these down.
I'm just doing a quick scan. Yeah, I very very rarely do I make it past the foods.
Exactly.
Like, you're
Yeah,
not-
the faces are definitely number
Like
one for me.
I'll pull a cheers occasionally, or I'll
Yep.
do like the prayer / high five emoji, which is a high five,
Correct.
but we use it as prayer.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So to this is going to be great for the
Yep.
listeners. So we have the crying smiling face, like
Crying,
laughing,
laughing.
crying
Yep.
laughing face, upside down smiley.
Yep.
The thinker without the monocle.
Okay.
We have the
Let me put that on here.
the teeth going like, yeah, that guy.
You
which
gotta do
everybody
the
knows.
noise. Yeah. That's
We have the hot sweating guy with the, it's like, oh, you just sent me something that's spicy. We can call it
Yep.
the spicy face.
spicy face.
We have
Sure.
the cow head.
That's
You
never
get-
gonna win.
okay,
Yeah,
all right,
there's
cool,
no
cool,
way.
cool. That'll be the first cut.
I just want
We have both the eggplant and the peach.
Oh, I need a peach, yeah.
We have the
Doesn't
sad
even look
guy,
like a peach anymore.
sad guy with the bandage on his head.
I love that guy.
We have the smirk. We have the bag of money. We have the salute, and we have the two eyes side eyeing something.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up so
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
reference. Yeah, I think that's good. So we have salute, side eyes, and what was the one before that?
Bag of money.
Before that one?
Before bag of money is a smirk, side smirk.
Yeah, which smirk are we talking?
This guy.
I feel like there's a lot of smirks.
Yeah, it's classic. Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
side
there he is.
side face.
That's a good
with
one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right. So we can get rid of cow.
Yeah,
I think that's easy.
I think we need to pick a food. Stick with it. I would go full on peach over
really?
eggplant. Eggplant is very.
Why can't we have two? Like those are so good.
We can keep them on.
I think we keep those on. Let's get rid of bandage.
Okay.
I just want the world to feel for my guy Carl.
Yep. Carl's officially canon now for his name.
Yeah.
All right.
Money's probably gone. I'm probably getting rid of all of like my personal. Although the bag of money is just so. It's so clutch.
It's a
dude.
couch company list, so I mean,
It is,
It's
it
not
is,
the
it
end of
is.
the world.
Maybe salute.
Yeah, salute's good.
It's
I've
recent.
started using it more, but yeah.
I do like salute. Like
Salute's great.
it's like a cheeky.
The
Roger that. Like
the
sure.
the only thing I could say negative about salute is it's half a face, and
Yeah,
it annoys me.
Yeah. That's a great point.
Yeah.
I think that's enough to get rid of it.
And I have used it several.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've used it
Yeah.
today. You
Yeah.
know. I don't think we need the thought provoking.
Yeah.
And the eyes. Do we want to try to maybe like at least nix one of them right now?
I
and
like
kinda come
eyes
back?
more than thought provoking.
I agree.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
We're very aligned on this. This is This is going
solid.
swimmingly.
I think we both just have to pee, and we're just flying through it.
No, I don't have to
Okay,
pee.
I do very much. That's fine. You have me where you have me where you want me.
I'm down with getting rid of the smirk.
Yeah. Okay.
Although we don't have a flirting. Well, we have the two best flirting ones still in play.
I was gonna
But
say, yeah, the smirk's fine. I think the spicy face is better than the
yeah, that's a very good point.
smirk.
Is it the spicy face with a tongue out, or is it just
Yeah, tongue out and a little
with the
tear
water
coming out of its
drop?
Yeah,
That's a sweat. But yeah,
yeah.
I'd rather have him than the smirk.
I agree.
That's very more. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like when am I sending these, and that's a good day when you send that one. So you know what I mean?
You know what?
Like
Yes.
you send eggplant, it's a great day. Peach is a great
Yeah.
day.
If you send that or get one,
Yeah,
it's a great
100%.
Yeah.
All right, we need 3 more cuts.
Okay. All right. So what are locks? What are locks?
I think crying laugh is probably a lock
100%.
just volume wise.
I think the sucking in the air through your teeth is a lock.
Yeah, 100%. I think the 2 vegetables might be a lock, or the fruit and the vegetable.
Oh man, that's a.
But they're both like when
They
you
are.
have
They are.
a emoji that invokes such a like everyone in the world knows what an eggplant means.
Yes.
or peach.
Yes.
That's so
Do you need
good.
Do you need both? Like how often?
But if I went one, I'd go eggplant.
But how often are you sending the eggplant versus the peach?
I'm
sending the peach daily.
We're
are you
men.
sending the eggplant? What?
We're men though. That's why
I know.
Yeah,
yeah. Better yet, how many times are you getting an eggplant? I never get an eggplant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
So it's
eggplant question mark.
It's like the funny thing.
Yeah.
Like it's like the obviously.
Yeah,
it's like obvious choice here.
Yeah.
But the peach
Do you think we should go one?
Is
more subtle.
Selfishly.
Yeah.
I think the peach is like,
I'm with you.
You don't see a peach.
I don't want people to think of me a certain way, so I'm going to disagree with you. All right, let's go peach.
And then we have to take out one more.
2 more.
2 more?
Yeah, because we have bag of money. Did we take bag of money out?
We can keep bag of money in there if you want.
It's all good. All right,
Yeah.
one more.
Yeah. So it's
Get rid of the eyes. Get rid of the eyes.
Upside down smiley, sweaty face, peach.
I love sweaty
eyes.
face. Not sweaty face. Spicy face because
face.
you just got a great picture.
Yeah.
Like that's a...
I
like the context of the eyes. It invokes a lot with a little.
Yeah.
But I'm happier when I send the other ones. I don't know. It's a tough situation.
You're happier with the...
When I'm sending the spicy guy, it's a great day, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my
spicy
brain's
guy,
at.
keep the peach.
But when I'm sending the peach, it's a great day. So how many great day emojis do we need?
So right now, it sounds like we're between the upside down smiley face and the eyes. And I think that's where we're split.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I personally really like the upside down smiley face, but I am willing to nix it if you really feel
I feel like
strongly
we've
about the
nixed
eyes.
everything you put on the list. So I'm
Yeah,
willing to
because
fall
I'm
on that.
super personal.
That sword.
It's like the ones I picked you've never used in your entire life.
Well, I've used both of these.
Right.
I am
So
typically
how do you
using
feel?
I use the eyes more than the upside down smiley, and
I'm the other way.
Yeah,
is the problem.
let's do the upside down smiley. It's a little bit.
I think the eyes invoke more though than the upside down smiley, and we don't even agree upon what the upside down smiley means.
Correct. Well,
So I think that would be bad for a combined list, or it would be broad enough.
It's the people.
Where it's like flirting or
it's
terrible day.
you have a little bit more range with it.
I don't know.
I would be fine keeping the upside down smiley.
Okay.
Put it at at 5.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Let's go upside down smiley at 5. Honorable mention eyes sideways.
Yeah, sure.
And spicy 4.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. Peach 3.
I was thinking crying, laughing 3.
Oh,
I don't know. Like, it's great volume, but it's like it's so vanilla because it's so used.
Oh man, that is like
peach is great though.
Crying, laughing's the number one.
Yeah.
Like that seems like an obvious lock at number 1. I didn't want to.
Yeah, you're probably right. Like when I think of an emoji, it's that.
Yes,
I literally use that 90% of the time.
All
right.
Yeah.
Peach 3. Teeth 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to get a little squirrely there.
I could even see
the teeth one is so like everyone knows what's going on.
But that's what I mean.
That
I could see that if you didn't want to be like obvious,
yeah,
I'm okay putting the teeth up.
No, I think just sheer volume, you have to put the crying, laughing.
Yeah.
I just hate being a square.
I know. Put the teeth up.
But I also just don't want to be contrarian just to be a contrarian. Like sometimes
that's fair. Sometimes it's
the best because
we use it all the time.
Exactly.
Like it's like
we both are like on the same page on that. So I think
all right.
I think crying, laughing is number 1. Let's chisel it. Let's chisel it before I talk myself out of it.
Number 5, upside down smiley face, which I think is the boomer of all of these. I really think so.
Yeah, probably.
Number 4 is the spicy face.
See, that might be the boomer out of all these.
No, boomer. Really? How would you? Here's the thing.
Yeah.
How would you do that in normal text? So, like upside down smiley face, you would just do it on the opposite way, right?
It would be yeah, good point. It would be like a lowercase d, the semicolon. Or full
like
colon,
a winky thing, yeah,
and then maybe like an asterisk.
Sure,
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So number 4 is the spicy face. Number 3 is the peach. Number 2 is the teeth suck or the gritting of teeth.
Gritting of teeth.
Gritting
is
of
probably
teeth, teeth grit.
Teeth
and
grit.
then number 1.
Teeth suck.
The teeth suck.
I mean, yeah, right. The noise.
Number 1 is the laughing crying emoji, which is kind of...
That's a good top 5 to start the year, dude.
It's hard for me to...
Yeah.
I think people... Yeah.
There's a lot of emojis, so I could see us just getting roasted on this somehow, but the number 1 is hard, I think.
It's people's choice.
We've been roasted. Like, I have felt very confident about lists in the past, and people have absolutely obliterated us.
You know what?
So.
That's a fair
Which
point.
I don't give a fuck. You guys are all wrong.
Okay.
So
but also, thanks for listening.
Yeah. On that note, thanks for listening. If you got this far, check out the website. Seriously, if you haven't done it to this point, Tyler has put a lot of work into the website and it looks incredible. Couchcompany.games. We have our top 5s on there, so we will add this one with additions of top 5 donut flavors and top 5 mythical creatures that got lost in time.
Those will be on the OG list.
Yes.
Before I port everything over.
Yes.
The emojis are going to be the first entry on the actual site. It's not going to be connected to Notion.
Gotcha. Perfect. Okay, so you're not even linked out to Notion anymore starting this time.
Well, no. Starting
this time
one
for top 5
thing,
emojis.
Yes. Now
if you want to look historically, you still will be, but check us out, couchcompany.games, top 5s, game ratings, reviews, all of our episodes are there. So it looks great. Tyler is a professional, literally, when it comes to design. And I think he does a good job. So do me a favor and check it out for his sake, all the work he put into it. That was a lot of fun. I'm happy to be back. And I guess
if you're still listening to the 6-hour...
Yeah, you might
top
be hibernation.
We still got that. There's plenty of content out there.
Yeah.
Coming
Skip around the timestamps. Yeah. Tyler put a lot of effort into that as well. Yeah. So
wrote a top 10. Are you doing a top 10?
Yes. Check out Tyler's top 10 review of 2024. He talks about his top 10 games. It's very well written, incredible insight, very funny too. Very Tyler. Check it out.
That's what I did for years.
I really enjoyed the read, so much so that it is super intimidating to do mine now. But it's all on couchcompany.games, so check us out there. But again, we appreciate you listening if you made it this far. We're going to be here same time, same place next week. Thanks for joining us on the couch. Peace.